American flags to deserving vets and forgave $10 million in veteran debt.
When your wireless company is Pure Talk, there's a whole lot to brag about. You can even brag about the coverage you get with Pure Talk. Fast, dependable, and secure on a nationwide 5G network on the same network and towers as another well-known wireless provider. You'll get the same quality of service at a fraction of the price.
You can brag about the money you save with Pure Talk. Unlimited talk, text, plenty of data, just $25 a month, saving the average size family over $1,000 a year.
Switch to my wireless company, Pure Talk. Just dial pound 250 and say the keywords Clay and Buck and save an additional 50% off your first month. Again, dial pound 250, say Clay and Buck, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you switch in as little as 10 minutes. Pure Talk, wireless worth bragging about.
That's pound 250, say Clay and Buck to switch to America's wireless company, Pure Talk. That's pound 250.
You want to know what keeps me up at night? Artificial superintelligence in the hands of the Chinese. Biden lost America's lead in artificial intelligence. He tied Silicon Valley up in red tape, shoved DEI mandates into breakthrough tech, and while we stalled, China caught up. Now they have killer AI drones, autonomous war machines, and a plan to dominate the world with Chinese AI by 2030. But there's good news. I've spoken to Secretaries Hegseth and Rubio, AI czar David Sachs. This Trump administration is hitting back. His administration is preparing an estimated $2.2 trillion counteroffensive, what I call Manhattan Project 2. It's going to rebuild America's AI dominance. And for investors who get in before the money begins flowing as soon as October 15th, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime financial opportunity. I reveal everything in a new interview, including little-known companies that I believe will benefit. Let's go off-air with this one. Go online to offair25.com now. Again, that's offair25.com, paid for by Paradigm Press.
Okay, so you went online looking for the best windows and siding company in Atlanta, and now you're knee-deep in ads, fake reviews, and algorithms and junk. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? I'm going to help you cut through all that jazz. When it comes to windows and siding, especially, the folks you want are the pros at Peach State Windows. I've known the owner, Jeff, and his lovely bride for more than 25 years when I first worked with him. Here's the deal. Jeff and his top-notch crews have been serving Atlanta for almost 50 years. That's a lot of windows, a whole lot of siding, too. In fact, it should be Peach State Windows and so much more. A whole bunch of happy customers, not some fly-by-night deal with cookie-cutter deals and mystery vendors from Lord knows where they get their stuff. Jeff's company built on integrity, quality, craftsmanship, not some slick marketing gimmick. Strong relationships with their top vendors means there are deals all over the place and the best material and the best tech and the best price for your home. Whether you're looking for looks and function, age, energy efficiency, skip the gimmicks, go right to the trusted name in the Peach State Windows, and so much more. PeachStateWindows.com.
The Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. Extra 106.3.
D.C. is a safe city now. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. That message from House Republicans as a federal crime crackdown continues.
It's time to stop turning a blind eye for crime wherever it is. Wherever it is, we must investigate, we must prosecute, and we must protect the law-abiding citizens of this country.
North Carolina Congressman Brad Knott says citizens, businesses, and tourists are all thankful for a safer D.C. President Trump suggesting again today that Chicago could be next, despite resistance from the Democratic mayor and governor, and a ruling from a federal judge that sending the military to L.A. earlier this year was illegal. The administration argues the troops were not used for law enforcement. President Trump just announcing that Space Force Command will move from Colorado to Huntsville, Alabama, which he says will be known as Rocket City. That reverses a Biden decision not to relocate. Chatbot makers are changing how the technology responds to questions about suicide and other signs of mental distress.
Meta, along with OpenAI, which makes ChatGPT, both say they will add the ability for parents to gain access to their teenagers' accounts. An OpenAI blog post said its changes will reroute concerning conversations for parents who are connected to C and permit them to shut off certain features. In Meta's changes, it's not letting chatbots talk with teens about any potential self-inflicted threats, such as suicide and eating disorders. Meta will also block kids from engaging in what it calls inappropriate romantic conversations.
Fox's Gernal Scott. OpenAI is being sued by California parents who say their son killed himself using instructions from ChatGPT. Disney could pay $10 million to settle allegations the company allowed personal data to be collected from children by failing to properly label some videos videos uploaded to YouTube as made for kids. A proposed order from the Federal Trade Commission would also require a new video review program. America is listening to Fox News.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Look out. Happy un-Labor Day. We're back at work. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And Donald Trump is still talking. He's doing live news conference in Alabama with a new Space Force called Rocket City in Huntsville. Flounder, let's go live before he stops talking. He's been doing it for hours.
1.3 million user engagements as of Saturday morning.
That's juicy.
Really? I didn't see that. You know, I have heard it's sort of crazy, but last week I did numerous news conferences, all successful. They went very well, like this is going very well. And then I didn't do any for 2 days, and they said there must be something wrong with him. Biden wouldn't do them for months. You wouldn't see him. And nobody ever said there was ever anything wrong with him, and we know he wasn't in the greatest of shape. No, I heard that. I get reports. Now, you knew I did an interview that lasted for about an hour and a half with somebody, and everybody saw that was on one of your competitors. I did numerous shows and also did a number of truths, long truths, I think pretty poignant truths. No, I was very active over the weekend. They also knew I went out to visit some people at the club that I own pretty nearby on the Potomac River.
The liberal media.
And no, I've been very active actually over the weekend. I didn't hear that one. That's pretty serious stuff.
I'm glad it's...
Well, it's fake news. You know, it's just so fake. That's why the media has so little credibility. I knew they were saying, like, is he okay? How's he feeling? What's wrong? I said, I just left. And it's also sort of a longer weekend, you know, it's Labor Day weekend. So I would say a lot of people know I was very active this Labor Day. I had heard that, but I didn't hear it to that extent. Go ahead, Peter.
Something else. We know that this country has a huge problem with school shootings. You've said that you're open to sending the National Guard pretty much anywhere. Would you ever consider sending an armed National Guardsman to every school?
Well, we have a big problem with school shooting, but we also have thousands and thousands of schools that run perfectly. You know, they talk about you can do things construction-wise, and that's really, I think nobody knows more about construction than me. You can build the construction doors. You can build what they call safety doors, where they lock on the outside, the inside, and every place else. Well, but if one of these lunatics happens to get through, then the police can't get in. Then they're looking for keys all over the place, and it takes a lot of disadvantages to doing, spending billions and billions of dollars and actually making it safer in some way for some of these lunatics that we're dealing with. But I don't think so. I've thrown out the concept. We have great teachers that love our children. The parents love the children. Teachers love the children too. And if you took a small percentage of those teachers that were in the military, that were distinguished in the military, that were in the National Guard, et cetera, and you let them carry. That's something that a lot of people like. I sort of liked it. It'd have to be studied, but they're trained. They know about weapons. You can't do it with every teacher because most teachers don't know, but I always thought that would be an alternative. But it just, we've had a lot of instances. Other countries have also. They have different kinds of problems than we have, but we do have. There's something going on, and it's a bad thing. Yes, please.
Have you spoken with President Putin in the past week? Have you spoken with President Putin?
Yeah, I don't want to. I have learned things that will be very interesting. I think in the next few days you'll find out.
Will there be any consequences if there isn't some type of announcement of a meeting with President Putin and President Zelensky?
Yeah,
and what could those consequences be?
We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what they do and what happens. I'm watching it very closely. Last week they lost 7,000 between the two countries. 7,313 soldiers, to be somewhat exact, for no reason whatsoever. And they're Russian and they're Ukrainian, but, they're soldiers. I want to see it end. Yep.
7,000 last
going
week.
to send National Guard troops to Chicago?
I didn't say when, but the answer is, look, Chicago's very interesting because I watched Pritzker get up and say we don't need help, we're safe. But 2 weeks ago, they had 6 people murdered, and they had 24 people hit by bullets. Last week, as you know, it was 7 people, 24 people hit, and 7 people died.
50.
And then over the last 2 days, that was the crown jewel. They had, I guess, 9 or 10 killed, and 50 hit with bullets. And you have this governor get up, who's a terrible governor. Probably he and Gavin Newsom would be probably the 2 worst and most naive. They're naive. Either they're naive or they're very untruthful. And he'll say, we don't want any protection. We don't need. So in the last 3 weeks, he's lost almost 20 people killed. There's no place in the world, including you can go to Afghanistan, you can go to places that you would think of. They don't even come close to this. Chicago is a hellhole right now. Baltimore is a hellhole right now. Parts of Los Angeles are terrible. If we didn't put out the fires, and I mean the other fires, the bullet fires, they didn't do a good job with it. They should have had the water coming down, like I said. We had to release the water. We had to go in and release the water to L.A.
Release the water.
It's so badly run. But if I didn't send the National Guard into Los Angeles, I would be making an announcement today. I'd be talking about Huntsville, and I'd simultaneously be saying, by the way, the Olympics is not coming to Los Angeles. If we didn't do that, and even the sheriff, the top law enforcement person in Los Angeles said, we could not have handled it without them. So that's what he said.
You made your mind up on Chicago, though?
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in. When you lose, look, I have an obligation. This isn't a political thing.
Yeah.
I have an obligation. When we lose, when 20 people are killed over the last 2.5 weeks, and 75 are shot with bullets. So let me tell you a little story about a place called D.C., District of Columbia, right here where we are. It's now a safe zone. We have no crime. It's in such great shape. You can go and actually walk with your children, your wife, your husband. You can walk right down the middle of the street. You're not going to be shot, Peter. You're safe. Everyone likes you anyway. They probably wouldn't do it. But it's so dangerous. And there are people in this audience you've suffered greatly. There are people in this audience that have been mugged and hurt badly, and they don't want to talk about it. Maybe you were very brave in talking about it. You made quite an impression on a lot of people. I appreciate
that lady
it.
Last week said
but there were other people in this room that have been hurt very badly just walking down the street in D.C. Washington, D.C. is a safe zone right now. It's a safe city. The restaurants are open. They're booming. You can't get a restaurant. New restaurants are announcing that they're going to be open. This took place in 12 days. Now it's 15 days, but 3 days ago it became what's known as a safe zone. It's a safe city. And this city was really bad. Really, really bad. We took 1,600 people out, hardcore criminals that will not be coming back anytime soon. And we're very proud of it. To have our nation's capital lose every week. It was like many years, where every single week somebody was killed for many, many, many consecutive weeks. This went on for years. And then we had, last week it was announced that nobody was killed last week. And I made that announcement in front of a very distinguished leader of a country. And I'm saying proudly, ladies and gentlemen, nobody was killed in Washington, D.C. this week. He looked at me like,
brag about.
Was that? what's that all about? I say, yeah, we have a little bit of a crime problem, and we don't have a crime problem in Washington anymore. And the mayor has been very helpful, and the police commission has been very helpful, and it's been a great team. And I would love to have Governor Pritzker call me. I'd gain respect for him and say, we do have a problem, and we'd love you to send in the troops, because you know what? The people, they have to be protected. I saw today on one of your networks, not a friendly network, except really the opposite, I would say, very unfriendly network. And they interviewed about 12 people on this morning. Most of them were African American, who were black. And they were saying, please, please, please let the president send in. These were people from Chicago. Please, we need help. We need help. We can't walk outside. We're petrified. If the governor of Illinois would call me up, I would love to do it. Now, we're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country. And that includes Baltimore. I saw where Governor Moore was asking me to take a walk down the street of Baltimore. Well, Baltimore is a very unsafe place. It's rated number 4 in the city, one of the most unsafe places anywhere in the world. But, you know, we took care. This was a beautiful thing that happened in Washington because we showed that it could be done. And this wasn't just sending big, strong guys, and they are big and they are strong. You know, we had a great decision from the Supreme Court that had to do with sort of talent.
He adds
it had to do with you are put down based on merit. You can hire based on merit. So merit for a soldier or for a policeman is strong, physically fit, having a certain ability, not a person that is woke and got the job through woke, but wasn't strong enough to lift a gun out of the holster, et cetera, et cetera. No, I looked at the
that Secret Service
police.
girl.
As you know, last week I went over, we had a meeting with, there had to be 300 people, and they were all very impressive looking. And when the bad guys see them, they're not going to do a thing. And so I'm very proud of Washington. It serves as a template, and we're going to do it elsewhere. But Chicago is certainly going to be high. I would love to have him call. I would love the governor of Illinois. I'd be honored to take his call. All he has to do is say, sir, we need help. It's out of control. And everyone knows it is. He's not kidding anyone. I would love to have, I would say, Governor Moore call, because I watched him over the weekend trying to explain that Baltimore, what they need is housing. No, they don't need housing. They need to get rid of the criminals. These are hardcore criminals. You know, we took many people off the streets of Washington, D.C. They're hardcore. They're not going to be good. In 10 years, in 20 years, in 2 years, they're going to be criminals. They were born to be criminals, frankly. They were born to be criminals, and they're tough and mean, and they'll cut your throat, and they won't even think about it the next day. They won't even remember that they did it. And we're not going to have those people. Washington, D.C. is now a safe zone. It's a safe place. And you can walk, Katie, you can walk right down the street with, by the way, one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen, which is her husband. He was a football player for like 11 years in the NFL. He's a big person. But big doesn't mean anything when they have guns and when they have knives and everything else that they have, right? But you can walk right down the street, even by yourself, and you're totally safe. Washington, D.C. is a great thing. Yes, ma'am, please.
Mr. President, as you calling on Democratic leaders across the country to work with you on crime, do you see your efforts here in D.C., including, for example, working with Mayor Bowser here as a model for bringing more bipartisanship in matters not only with crime, but also issues that matter to everyday American people's lives?
So Mayor Bowser's been great. She could have taken the thing, and then after I clean it up, they'll take credit for it. You know what they do is they take credit. Like, we cleaned up Los Angeles.
Okay, again, yeah, that's a good point, Ted. But isn't that ironic? We were just talking before the show started about how the Democrat media press was basically saying Donald Trump must be dying. He must be dead. They blocked off the streets to the Naval Hospital.
Walter Reed,
Unbelievable.
There were maps. There were maps this morning.
3:16, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. And holy cow, it's Let It Rip Tuesday right after that break. All right, we'll be back. Hold on. Good to see you.
If you love 106.3, then you'll love the all-new Extra 106.3 app. It's loaded with replays of your favorite shows like The Morning Extra and The Kimmer Show, podcasts from conservative voices across the South, and access to Extra's crystal clear live stream from anywhere in Georgia. Grab it now for Apple or Android.
I had a lot of fun putting some more pictures on the internet, sending to my family, my wife and kids in Colorado, and things I keep in my safe. And if you don't have a safe to keep your stuff safe, Atlanta Safe House has one just for you. There's always some kind of special deal going on and rebates and sales and all this kind of stuff. With their safes, they have Browning and Fort Knox and American Security. And again, no sales tax on any gun safes. And boy, they got gun safes and pistol safes, all shapes and sizes. And in fact, I think the first gun safe I bought decades ago was a Browning. They have shelving units inside those gun safes. They have sections for bows and arrows, file organizers, jewelry drawers. I mean, you can do anything you want on the inside. In fact, if you're up in Akron, they have a showroom on Industrial Boulevard, and they can show you almost 200 of them right there, ready to go. And by the way, they use only off-duty firefighters and police and military folks, because you can trust them in your home or office. Tell them the Kimmer sent you when you check them out. Again, keep your medical records and your living will and things that are really important to your family and you, real estate, stuff like that, lawsuit information, divorce and marriage certificates. It's all ready to keep safe and sound, protecting your rights and your stuff. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
I've advertised a lot of things on radio over 50 years, from vacuum cleaners to booze, but only once have I advertised something that I knew for a fact saved my life. And that's what this particular commercial is. An advertisement for CPAPs, ETC, CPAPs, etc. I've been using a CPAP at night for over 20 years. Obstructive sleep apnea. It will kill you. If you think you have it, get a test. If it turns out you do have it, contact Roddy at CPAPs, etc. The largest in-stock selection. Travel CPAPs, batteries, hoses, masks, everything. You can visit their store in Alpharetta or online at cpapsetc.com. Same-day shipping, you'll get it fast and at the right price. CPAPs, etc. Don't take chances with your health.
This is Bruce Hagan. The law in Georgia has changed, and it's going to be harder than ever to get fair treatment on your personal injury claim. If you have been injured through no fault of your own, call me. You need a real lawyer, and that's who we are. We're not some TV and billboard lawyers who don't even know how to get to the courthouse. I've been a Georgia super lawyer for 20 consecutive years, and that's because I try cases and I win cases. We get results for our clients, and we can get results for you. Hagan-law.com.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion. That's billion with a B. Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
Attention warriors, are you a veteran ready to navigate to success after service? Tune in to the Warrior Alliance Network. Join us as we spotlight inspiring stories, provide essential resources, and connect you with a community dedicated to empowering veterans. From career advice to health and wellness tips, the Warrior Alliance Network is your go-to hub for post-service success. Tune in Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. on XTRA 106.3. Join us on the mission, the Warrior Alliance Network, where warriors thrive together. Visit us at thewarrioralliance.org for more information.
Donald Trump is still talking to the media. Oh, mercy. How y'all doing? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And the Eagles. Yeah, it was on this day, 2016, the Eagles, the greatest hits, 1971 to 75, returned to the album chart thanks to the 99-cent sale price in the Google Play Store. The album was released in 1976, was already the largest selling compilation album in history, The Eagles' greatest hits, 71-75, worldwide sales of more than 42 million copies.
Also, Dolly Parton's album with the same name.
The double-sided greatest hits? Yeah. Greatest hits of Dolly Parton, absolutely. It was Dolly's greatest hits of the album with with her
Fire on the Mountains.
Yeah,
that was a big song.
With her manager Mike. I forgot his last name. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder are 322. I know it's Tuesday. I don't know what it feels like. I don't know where I am right now. But we do have stuff going on. I'm looking at this birthday list. I got to start with this one. Salma Hayek. I'm sorry, and I can't.
Oh yeah.
I won't be able to concentrate the rest of the day.
A moment of.
I saw that. Last night getting ready, and I just I can't sleep. I just can't sleep. She's 59. Salma Hayek. Perhaps the perfect girl. I don't know. I don't want label it. It would be wrong. All right, hold on now, and we got a history thing here. I do a little musical thing to take my mind off. 1995 was on this very day. Michael Jackson. The song "You Are Not Alone" reaches #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, his 12th #1 hit. Michael Jackson started in 1972, the release of his 5th single, Ben. That's when his #1 hit began, by a motion picture by the same name. A ballad about a boy's devotion to a rat. Made Jackson the 3rd youngest recording artist after Stevie Wonder and Donny Osmond to be #1 solo hit. Let's see, be another 7 years. He reached the top again. Then 10-year greatest, had 10-year run. Man, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Rock With You. Let's see, the Thriller album. Billie Jean, Beat It. Bad. I Can't Stop Loving You. The Way You Make Me Feel. Man in the Mirror. Dirty Diana. Black or White. Holy cow. And Michael Jackson died in 2009. There you go. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Here's the number, 404-741-1230, 404-741-1230. We have a little live entertainment, especially, it's all live entertainment, but a little something special coming up here shortly.
Extra live.
And, I'll say what we did for the long holiday weekend. Also, for the record, it sounds a little different in here today, at least in here, because there's no air conditioning, so all the doors are open. Literally, it's got to be 100 degrees if you just, it's really horribly uncomfortable. Oh, no, God, no.
It's cool.
No, El Kai Clunko here just took his freaking shoes off. God.
I got a fan blowing on my shoes.
Yeah, I know you got that foot thing going, but geez, don't share. Okay, appreciate it. God. Anyway, and by the way, the same thing going on in my house. I got a guy, luckily, but no air that's working.
Oh, how much was your power bill again?
$551.
Flounder, how much was your power bill?
He's working in the factory.
$415.
$415.
Guess how much mine was? I got it yesterday.
Oh, hold on. Hey, baby. There she goes.
Focus.
Was it under?
She's going.
Was it under 100?
Under 100?
Was it under 100?
No.
Okay, 160.
Lower.
109.
108.
Well, oh my God. Well, that's what you get for living up in the mountains of Macon. And on other things, 325. Give Pete and Flounder. So we have no air, and I guess they're not going to fix it because they don't care about us, or what's going to? The power company said screw
they have
you,
top
basically,
men working on it.
No, they
top
don't.
Men.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Mike's on
yes,
it right
they do.
now.
You don't know.
No, obviously they don't because they, this has been going on since last night.
Well,
or this morning.
Yesterday was a holiday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and then it happened on the weekend.
Well, all I know is this morning I heard the morning boys at 5:30. I'm on a replay of our show until 6 o'clock, and then they're on, and all of a sudden they're sweating to death because there's no air conditioning. Well, that's been 6 and 3 is 9. So whatever. That's good. It's fine.
Well, didn't you say they could drop a few pounds anyway?
Exactly.
Or was that Flounder?
No, that was you that said that. But seriously, either way, it's fine with me, and I don't care because I'm sitting here. In fact, I wore my lightest weight trousers today. These khaki
Me
slacks
too.
are the lightest. Yeah. They're almost. They're very, very, very lightweight.
Yep.
They're about a half-inch too short, which I don't like. Although the new style is to have men's slacks used to have the break at the cuff, on the top of the shoe. Now they're all a little shorter than the new fashion pattern. I don't like it. I don't like
men wearing skinny leg pants.
No, I don't. They're freaking
not really men.
Scoop up. Anyway.
By the way, we discussed actually wearing our boxers today. It was so hot.
Well,
earlier.
we can take the shirts off if you want. I'm ready for it. You can see my scars. You can see my breast implant.
Do we really need the women surrounding the building?
Where's my bump? I can't. Here it is.
That's a nipple ring. That's not a breast implant.
I have a bump right up here, and that's
a nipple ring.
That's my breast implant. I got a breast implant. Got a new boob. Anyway, Kim Repeat and Flounder, 404-741-1230. God, we got so much. Not even sure where to start. A couple of, first of all, a weekend, 3-day thing?
Well, there was football.
Yeah.
And then football. And then eating.
Eating and football.
A little walk, football, eating.
Right.
One baseball game, quickly turn that off.
Yes.
And then, back to football.
I will admit, by the way, I made the mistake of watching
yesterday,
the last part of the Braves game.
That bullpen.
I'll tell you, I thought to myself, oh my God, I should stop watching because I know something, and sure enough.
Yeah. You know, I like the fact that they go and get Eric Fetty and then dump him because he sucks. Then they go get Cal Quantrill, who actually is worse than Eric Fetty. They keep him, and Walker Buehler not only escapes their clutches, but signs with the Phillies.
I don't get anything.
This whole season, let's put it, it's been pathetic.
Well, it's
outside of some of the pitchers, it's been pathetic. And Drake Baldwin, from the management down to the hitters. It's been pathetic. This is non-Braves baseball. And we will not stand for it.
And unfortunately, they get Profar and Acuna and
now he's hurt.
And our new rookie of the year. I mean, the guy's got to be rookie of the year. I mean, so there's some serious highlights and stuff.
Oh, they'll be back next year.
I know. But again, it's such a shame that it just how many times has it happened that they had it right there and then it's gone? I mean, it's just
look, next year Sale's back.
Yeah.
And Strider's going to do the full season. Yeah. Hurston Waldrop, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to be absolutely amazing. Maybe Lopez is back. It's going to be different next year. Riley will be back. I hope they bring Ozzie back because he's had one bad offensive season. I think it was mainly because of his wrist.
Yeah.
And he's showed signs lately of hitting again. Yeah. And they got nobody else to play second base. They signed this Korean guy, and he's good, but he's not Ozzie.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Holy Crap of Sports coming up later. And Flounder, and you and Mrs. Flounder, a lovely Veronica. Did you have is he in the back? I can't even see. Is he there?
It was a good weekend. Went to her high school reunion in Valdosta.
Oh, I forgot to ask. Okay, come on.
It was fun.
Now, did you know? You didn't know any of the people, right?
I know a couple because two of her friends she went to high school with live here in Roswell.
Ah, cool.
So I knew a couple people.
All right. Now, so what was it like? Did they have a...
Veronica went to pretty much a 75%, I'd say, black school.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of dancing going on. Yeah, the brothers were out on the dance floor.
Were you?
I was not. I sat back and watched. And
so the brothers
had a
were taking
drinks.
little Miss Veronica for a little twirl with the old get down boogie dancer.
No, she was dancing like her and all her girlfriends were dancing and stuff like that. So it was.
I don't even know what black guys. Do black guys have a dance?
Do they have a dance?
Well, I don't know.
They invented dance.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like when I was a teenager in preppy, we were prep school, we'd have our parties. And we would do the pony, we would do the twist,
the Charleston.
The pony and the twist and stuff like that. And I'm wondering whether the brothers at a high school reunion.
What's the new dance right now?
Whether they have a thing, I don't know.
I didn't really pay
shuffle or the something, I don't know. Anyway,
is it her 10th?
This was her 20th.
Oh, shouldn't have said that.
Wow. Well, she's still in her 30s. I mean,
I was giving you an out there. And,
no, it's all right. That's what it should be. Everything's good.
It was a fun weekend for sure.
Well, good. Well, there you go. And I had I had several different adventures. I will not bore you with all of them, but I will tease you with one. I deliberately, I almost got killed again on my chopper. I'll talk about
What's the common denominator here?
Well, me and my chopper, but again, it's not my fault. Okay, all right. Well, okay. Again, I've been riding motorcycles for 60 freaking years. Okay, so literally, it's 1965, I bought my first motorcycle, unbeknownst to my parents while I was a college. And so I know what I'm doing, and I avoided it because it wasn't even my fault. Again, an old guy in a freaking van. And I didn't do anything wrong. The last person that hit me, in fact, I was going this way, and let's say you're coming right the other way.
You're coming the other way.
I don't mean let's say it that way. It's not what I meant. So I'm going like this, and I'm taking a right hand. I'm taking a right hand turn.
Yes, sir.
On my chopper.
Okay,
so I'm taking a right hand turn because I'm at the right hand lane. Take a right hand turn. Coming toward me in the other direction at the stoplight is an old fart in a dark red van. And I've got the right of way because he's at an intersection. Yeah. He has to wait for when the lane's clear. So I'm turning like this. I turn halfway through, and he just not even looking, just goes right ahead of me. If I'd have kept going, I'd have hit him. The problem is, have you ever tried to stop fast and quickly on a motorcycle with a front wheel turned?
No.
You're going down.
Yeah.
The Kimmer did not go down because the new Kimmer knew what was going to happen. If I had not been experienced riding that chopper, I guarantee you I'd have been on my ass. And as it was, I followed him. He realized what he did when I started screaming and yelling, and so he tried to take off. Well, I caught him.
So you called him an old fart. What was he, 110?
No, he was like 65 or something.
Well,
God.
is he an old fart?
Shut up.
That's not old fart.
It's old fart to me. Anyway, he probably wouldn't have killed me, but I would have been in the hospital. I'd have broken, God knows how many bones. I had a helmet and my leather vest on, but still.
Yeah. That's what we're going to put on your tombstone. Yeah. It was not my fault.
No, the bastard cut me off. That's what I want. If I die in my chopper, I want a tombstone that says the bastard cut me off. Write it down, Flounder. I will not hold it against you. 3:32. We haven't even started yet. We're going to in a minute, and probably, maybe. It's too hot. It's too freaking hot. Let's get some pee. Oh, God, get it.
Get the latest breaking news and insight from the biggest conservative voices in the South when you follow XTRA 106.3 across all your social media platforms. Find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube at XTRA 106.3.
Boy, this change of seasons is not officially fall, but it's kind of fall because it's after Labor Day. But again, growing season, and this is a great time, boy. If you're putting in a backyard, you contractors and landscapers, Stovall & Company, your third-generation family wholesale landscaping supply company. Because they're a family business, their name's on the place, If you need something fast, I guarantee you it's going to be on the way before you know it. These people go Paul and the boys go way above and beyond. It's a whole family business. They serve in their country the way they serve you. And if they can't find something you want, they're going to tell you where to get it. Between boulders and rocks and plants and trees and shrubs and sod, irrigation systems, the whole deal. StovallInc.com.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guests are FBI Special Agent in Charge Paul Brown and FBI Special Agent Charles Orgbon Jr. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Atlanta without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Atlanta for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. Atlanta is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Atlanta and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework. Like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All 4 Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All, the number 4, seasonsgarages.com.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 3 men.
And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffers from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. We provide testosterone replacement therapy, the P-shot, and treatment for ED, PE, and Peyronie's disease. There's not just one therapy that can solve these complex issues. When you visit our clinic, you're going to see me. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. 404-777-1911. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. 404-777-1911. Online at tbtofga.com.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park. Get ready as the Braves battle the Mariners and the Cubs September 5th through the 10th. Fans can enjoy 3 gate giveaways, including the Kids Beaded Necklace, a Michael Harris II scooter bobblehead presented by Xfinity, and the replica jersey presented by Coke. Plus, the popular Barbie ticket pack returns this season on September 9th. See all of the fun this September and get your tickets at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Here we go. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Hope you had a good 3-day Labor Day holiday. By the way, it's not officially fall. Everybody calls it fall because it's Labor Day +1. But actually, I believe it's September 21st is the vernal equinox, they call it.
There are 3 falls. When it gets cool,
yeah.
Labor Day, and the real one.
The real one, yeah. Is it the it's the autumnal equinox. The vernal equinox is March 21st, at the end of the beginning of spring.
Oh.
Yeah. So the autumnal equinox, I believe, is September 21st.
Who was vernal?
Vernal was my Uncle Vern. My Uncle Vern and Aunt Ruth. Wonderful. And, well, sorry, I guess I was
know what you mean, Vern?
The whole family. Anyway, sorry, I played a little Starship here because on this day in 2012, Mark Abraminian, or whatever, the lead guitarist with Starship, died of a heart attack. He was only 46. Mark Abraminian, Abramian, I think it's pronounced, collapsed after a concert in Nebraska where Starship had opened for fellow bands Survivor and Boston. 2012.
Did you see I took your favorite song, We Built This City, and turned it into a Northern toilet paper commercial?
No, I did not see that.
We quilt this city, is what it says.
I didn't see it. What, did you post that?
That was on last night. I saw it.
I didn't see it. Yeah. Now we built this city. I like that song.
It's a horrible
rock
song.
and roll. We built. Well, I'm just saying. I know. But I had a little fun with it, but, on the radio. So there we go. All right, let's see. Let's pick a little birthday here on Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Happy Tuesday. Linda Pearl's birthday. Linda Pearl is 70. Linda Pearl was Fonzie's innocently sexy girlfriend, Ashley. In the final years of Happy Days, she was also on Matlock. A little cutie. She was kind of, I like, those little cute girls. There's a lot to be said for those little cuties. You know what I mean? They're just sweet, cute, and they seem happy, and they're kind of always smiling, and they just. I'll bet no one's ever said a bad word about them. When you someone like you would call a little cutie. You see what I mean? Looking at her, you recognize?
Yeah, she's married to Patrick Duffy.
Oh my God, the underwater Aquaman,
the man from Atlantis.
Yeah, and Dynasty or whatever it was, not Dynasty. Dallas. All right, Dallas. I got it wrong. I did not know that. Well, outstanding.
That's nice.
Yeah, anyway, so there you go. And on this day, hold on, I got a quick little history thing here for you, too. 339, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And on this day, I'm to check this out because this changes everything. On this day in 1752, the Gregorian calendar is adopted by Great Britain, and that in 1752 included the American colonies. So the Gregorian calendar became official on this day, 1752. Today is September 2. The following day became September 14th. And New Year's Day was moved from March 25th to January 1st. The Gregorian calendar moved New Year's Day from March 25th. Let's say New Year's is January 1st.
New Year's is January 1st.
Just like that, let's say that. And again, isn't it true that apparently Jesus was crucified, his birthday was in July?
We don't really know. I don't think we know. But that means March was in the dead of winter, not spring.
Exactly. Huh. I mean, and again, somebody just decided.
Well, Greg did.
Let's do that. Greg.
Obviously, Greg.
It's unbelievable.
We'll name it the Gregorian.
I mean, the balls on these people. We're going to change March to January. I mean, that's pretty severe. I mean, and by the way, today, the 2nd of September, the next day became the 14th.
They got tired of chanting.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
And turned their mind toward calendars.
I mean, seriously. I mean, that's pretty, outrageous. What the hell? Anyway. Oh, man, I'm so hot. It's very hot. We have no air conditioning all day. So
well, there's a lot. There's a push now to take the calendar to 13 months because that becomes much more regular.
Well, without the leap year and the leap day and stuff like that, 28 days instead of 30. In fact, there's a whole story about that. It's I had it on a history thing once. Why February only has 28 days is because the king decided he wanted Julius Caesar wanted July named after him, and he wanted an extra day. So they said, well, we better take it from February because nobody cares about February. Something silly like that. It was an eagle thing from the Caesar or the king or whatever. And that's how February got 28 days because they said, well, we got to take it from this one. We don't want to take it from June. That's unbelievable. Anyway, give her Pete Flounder, 342 How's it going? 404-741-1230. Again, Donald Trump, spoke for like an hour and a half today. And right after the Democrats. In fact, False Waltz was, they had him on the air talking about how, looks like Donald Trump is dying. He's dead. He probably could be dead. They blocked off the roads by Walter Reed.
He was insinuating, saying, you got doom scrolling right now, but hey, we've had good news this weekend, and they all kind of snicker thinking about Trump's health. Yeah. And he goes, well, if it's not now, there'll be good news coming soon.
It's just unbelievable.
Well, we can wish that on you too, buddy.
What a scumbag. I mean, seriously.
He's basically wishing that the president dies in office.
They can't stop. They want him dead. They would celebrate if Donald Trump died, whether a heart attack or a bullet, they would celebrate, and they wouldn't be able to stop. They wouldn't even be able to pretend in their immediate initial reaction. You would know exactly that they were cheering.
Imagine a Republican governor saying that about Obama.
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable. These freaking people. Just for the record, that's what I said. A lot of people think I didn't say that.
Is it time?
No. I think we're ready now. Flounder.
What are you going to be, Flounder? You didn't tell me. The wife.
Oh, okay. Gee, I wonder what we're talking about. All right. me. Testing. And now, another edition of Not the Kimmers, Rainy Day Bad Text Theater Playhouse, where we endeavor to bring a teeny little bit of sunshine into the otherwise dreary and miserable lives of you, the little people. Today's episode, there's a lazy dog and a quick brown fox. Well, never mind. The scene, the den of Mr. and Mrs. America in Everyville, USA. The husband is sitting on the couch, beverage in one hand, his other hand testing the flexibility status of his boxers. He's watching the ball game and seems content until the wife enters the picture.
You need to do more chores around the house.
The husband grunts and then says,
again with the chores. Can we change the subject?
Okay, more chores around the house need to be done by you.
See what you did there? And see. Change the subject of the grammatical context of the syntax. Oh, God. Oh, see the dangling participle and the participial phrase of the split infinitive. It's just incredible dexterity of the literature. It's a tremendous. PJ, it's a tremendous accomp. It's a 14 on the fan. It broke the meter. The YouTubers broke the meter. It's just really it's our pleasure to bring you this little teeny ray of joy at another edition of Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Theater Bad Text Theater Playhouse, where we endeavor to make it a little bit easier for you to make it through the day on 106.3. The only radio station in Atlanta that doesn't really suck. Yeah. Quarter 4, how you doing?
We'll have air conditioning.
No, they got a big fan in the back. We got all the doors open, so
everybody's having to listen to us. They never get to hear us.
They hate the kid. They only want 680 in there. We want 680 in the bullpen. They never listen to us. We want 680 on in there. And then the elevator and the hallway, it's all 680, 680. No, it's fine, really. We don't care. No, everything's good now. 346, I don't know. We'll probably still be here in a minute. I don't know.
Your favorite Extra shows are streaming live video from the studio on XTRA 106.3's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Extra YouTube channel and get the Morning Extra and the Kimmer Show in live digital video.
Well, Peach State Windows is going to have to get a bigger bumper sticker. Not only Peach State Windows, and of course, I know Jeff and the family worked with them 25 years ago, but they also specialize in siding, and I'm a Hardy Plank fan. But guess what? I should mention this too. Great time of year to be outside on your deck. And if you have a deck been there for a while, it may not pass a safety inspection. Peach State Windows can give you a safety inspection for your deck. Fix it, repair it, whatever, too. So, boy, not only is it Peach State Windows, and they're the double hung special vinyl things, energy efficient, the whole deal. They also check things if your door, your roof is going on, and the siding, and checking your deck. PeachStateWindows.com.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I've learned a lot about this car buying process from you. Is that typical of most of the clients you've worked with?
Yeah, I'm finding out it's even more typical. I mean, people are learning more and more, and maybe it's because I overload them with information because I want to be able to sleep at night. I want to make sure you know everything.
Do I have to have a particular make and model in mind when I call you, or is it just open to anything I want?
It's open. I can get any make, any year, any model.
I might be looking to trade in my vehicle. Can you accommodate that as the honest car guy?
For sure. I mean, we love it when people want to trade in cars because honestly, it's best for you to trade in the car. Why? Because you get a tax savings.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the honest car guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We have become a highly sought-after turf installation company in the Atlanta and North Georgia luxury residential market. Big reason for that is our installers are ATL Turf Co. employees. We do not outsource labor. They are trained to be experts in the turf installation process, drainage, grading. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
The next big storm isn't a matter of if, it's when. Is your home ready? Southern Exteriors offers free inspections and dependable storm damage repairs with in-house warranties and honest service. Right now, get 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I've met the team at Southern Exteriors. They do things the right way. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN or southernexteriors.co.
Hey there, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, where you'll find local voices, familiar faces, and community businesses like Bubalo Medical.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Bubalo, and for 24 years, we've helped Atlanta look better, feel better, and perform their best. Our clinics provide expert care in weight loss, hair restoration, testosterone therapy, intimate health, and with our Bubalo Care membership, our patients gain access to at-cost medical services, advanced peptides, biological age tracking, and so much more. Want to know how fast you're really aging and how to turn back the clock? Give us a call at 404-998-4194 or visit mybioage.org to get started. That's mybioage.org.
Friends, it's time to take charge of your health and focus on you. There's no better time than now. And remember, Our Town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
Having 4 kids in 4 years changed everything, especially our perspective on food. Suddenly, it wasn't just about what tasted good or what was convenient. It was about where it came from, how it was raised, and whether we could trust it to nourish our family. We spent years reading food labels, asking tough questions, and searching for food that matched our values. But it wasn't easy to find, and we knew we couldn't be the only ones feeling that way. That's why we started Good Ranchers, to make it simple for families like ours and yours to get high-quality, 100% American meat you can trust. Beef, chicken, pork, and wild-caught seafood, all sourced from local family farms and then delivered straight to your door. Because mealtime should be simple, gathering together should feel good, and feeding your family quality meat should never be something you have to worry about. Visit GoodRanchers.com and use code RANCH40 to get $40 off your first order, plus free meat for an entire year. GoodRanchers.com, American meat delivered.
Now, I would not have known this is the Isley Brothers if I had not been reading the thing in front of me. Let's see if we get to talk some here. So in 2006, their lead singer Ronald went to prison. Boy, this does not sound like the Isley Brothers. Cool. It was on this date, 2006. Their lead singer, the Isley Brothers, Ronald, sentenced to 3 years in prison for multiple counts of tax fraud. He was 64, ordered to pay $3 million to IRS for pathological evasion of his taxes. Apparently, Ronald Isley would cash royalty checks belonging to his dead brother and spend millions from undeclared performances on a yacht and several homes, and went to prison for 3 years for tax evasion. So they did go to prison back in the day. Let's see. We got a birthday list here somewhere on the thing there I was going to do. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Amy Osborne is 42. She is Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne's eldest daughter. She refused to be on the Osbournes because she didn't want any publicity.
Huh.
Amy,
I didn't know she existed.
Aimee, Amy Osborne, 42 years old. Disliked publicity, wanted nothing to do with the show. I have no idea what she looks like or anything else, but guess what she's doing now? It says here she is a synth pop artist who goes by the name of Arrow, A-R-O. A-R-O, Amy Osborne, 42.
Well, she's actually not bad looking.
Yeah, she looks like a regular person as opposed to some of the others. Anyway, and by the way, I looked it up. A synth pop artist is someone who uses electronic music. Synthesizer, mostly. And in fact, they give examples here of the famous ones are somebody named Kraftwerk.
Oh, Germans.
Yeah, and then they listed several groups who are famous for this kind of music: Depeche Mode, Human League, and Duran Duran.
Emo type, except Duran Duran.
Yeah.
More of a dance.
And she's a synth pop artist now.
When I was in the 70s, when I was a kid, I told my mom I want a Moog synthesizer.
Yeah.
She didn't know what it was, so she looked it up. She goes, I don't think we can get that for you.
We're not
because it was like $3,000.
Well, yeah, sure. It was a brand new one.
You can buy a car.
Yeah, to do what with exactly? Wanted to make a little strumming sound better for the neighbors?
I want a Moog synthesizer.
Okay.
Nope.
Let me check that out for you. At our history note today, in 1993, a real RoboCop. 1993, 5-hour standoff between Maryland police and the guy who just killed his girlfriend. After 5 hours, the police sent in a 3-foot-tall robot. Remote-controlled robot enters the armed guy's home and disables him with a water cannon.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Police came in and boom, bam, pow. That was a ball game there. So it's a
great movie. The first one was a great movie. RoboCop. You ever see it?
Yeah, with Peter Weller.
Yeah. Dead or alive.
Yeah, now who's that little chickie girl? The little
Nancy Allen.
Nancy Allen. Oh my God. That was pretty cool. Kimmer Peen Flounder, how's it going? 354. Holy moly. The Powerball is now over $1 billion. And
$1.3 million.
Yeah, $1.3 million. And some guy got all the 5 numbers, but not the Powerball, and he still got $2 million.
That's all you get for getting all but the Powerball?
You would think the higher it goes, it ought to be a lot higher than that. And you would also think that if you get only the Powerball, normally it's what, $4, might be $5 or $6. But if it goes up to $1 billion, it ought to be a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, wouldn't you do that to get, because that gives you more odds of winning more money?
That's more.
And you'll keep playing.
Argument in my line. Instead of giving one person,
stupid.
Split it up where if you get so many of them, you split it up more from more people getting millions instead of one person getting $1 billion. That's stupid.
Yeah. So
more people would play if you think you had better odds of winning.
Right. Well, for example, if you get 3 numbers of that, you might win $4 or $6 or whatever, like on Fantasy 5 or something. $2, $4. But again, that doesn't go up aside. But these, I don't know. I just
if you won like 400,000 for getting 3 or 4, you'd play again probably.
Damn right. Or at least enough where if you won 400,000, you'd probably go away and retire. But if you won $5,000, you'd just say, "Boy, that was easy. I'm going to try. I'll do that anyway."
Some people reinvest.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's a scoop. Oh, by the way, the Fantasy 5 numbers. When I was looking up to see if anybody won, the Fantasy 5 numbers were here. The numbers for Fantasy 5 were 5, 31, 32, 35, 36.
That's ridiculous.
31, 32, 35, 36. Remember the time it was like 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait a minute. Anyway, so there you go.
By the way, a sad note.
Yes.
Kevin Rosen passed away.
Oh, that's right. I popped up on my Facebook page. Jeff Hollinger passed along, and some of the guys who worked with him.
11 alive. He was the crime reporter for a long time there. Left there in 2016. But I had a nice conversation with him once at Manuals. We're sitting there at Manuals, and we chatted about the state of journalism, and that must have been back in the 90s.
Wow.
How, we were already concerned about what was going on back then. But, and of course, he didn't agree with anything I said, and I didn't agree with anything he said, but he was a nice guy, and we had a lovely discussion.
Rosso, do you know how old he was or what happened?
I don't know how old he was.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think he'd been battling something for a little bit.
Wow. Let's see, 357. Speaking of battling, Donald Trump battling more freaking judges' rulings. A couple of them. Now, here we go again. A federal judge said, Donald Trump was trying to take over America with a national police force when he sent troops to National Guard troops to California.
We have one. It's called the FBI, and up until the last year, they've been pretty much useless.
Yeah.
But
freaking judges. I mean, again, Donald Trump wasn't policing. He was guarding property and guarding police who were being attacked. I mean, he wasn't arresting people. The National Guard wasn't arresting people. They were guarding property and God, I mean, it's so wrong.
Well,
here we go.
The next election, just show the crime stats in D.C. now and the crime stats under the Democrats and say, which do you want to go back to or which one do you want to keep?
Yeah, who's your next president, AOC or Jasmine Crockett or, one of the two guys?
Or J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance
or Marco Rubio.
Or Marco Rubio. Those two guys, man, that ticket, can you imagine that ticket? Wow.
That probably will be the ticket.
Oh,
wouldn't you think?
358. Little Flounder's funny, I'm guessing there. Probably got time for one maybe. You're on the hot no air conditioning in the studio Tuesday. Very hot in here.
This is a gentleman by the name of Josh Blue, who I've played on our podcast, who has a disabilities. I can never pronounce this. Cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy. Yeah.
Say that 5 times.
Okay.
Anyway, this is a funny one by him.
I really think people don't realize that the disabled community is the largest minority group on the planet, because the thing is they pile us all together. So if you're blind, get in the pile. If you're deaf, help the blind guy find the pile. If you got one leg, hop on. All right, I'll stop. But whenever anybody's being mean about it, what I think they don't realize is not only are we the largest minority group, but we're also the only minority group that you can join at any time. You're just one bad bike ride away.
Or one bad chopper ride. Oh, mercy. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on a happy Tuesday right after the Labor Day thing. And a lot going on today. Hope you join us. 404-741-1230 if you feel like it on your Tuesday. Here we go. Go Braves. Maybe, hopefully, please.
streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
We're going in. Lisa Brady, Fox News. Those words from President Trump a short time ago signaling he does plan federal intervention to fight crime in Chicago and Baltimore, despite resistance from Democratic city and state leaders, including Illinois' governor.
I would love to have Governor Pritzker call me. I'd gain respect for him and say, we do have a problem, and we'd love you to send in the troops because you know what? The people, they have to be protected.
The president says he has an obligation to act without specifying when, and he points to a violent holiday weekend in Chicago where police say 58 people were shot, including 8 killed. The National Guard is part of an ongoing federal crime crackdown in D.C. Earlier today, a federal judge ruling that it was illegal to send the military into L.A. during violent protests over immigration enforcement. The Justice Department argues troops were used to protect federal officers and facilities, not to enforce laws. The president says his administration will seek an expedited decision from the U.S. Supreme Court as it appeals a ruling that the president overstepped his authority by using an emergency act to impose multiple tariffs. He says those tariffs are key for winning the AI race.
We're leading because of tariffs. We're leading because of talent, and this is where they'd like to be. But without the tariffs, we wouldn't have a chance because we wouldn't be able to protect those investments of the companies coming in. So if you took away tariffs, we could end up being a third world country.
He says that tariff ruling is why stocks have been sinking today. A partial rebound, though. The Dow down 249 at the bell after plunging more than 500. The president's comments coming after announcing that Space Force Command will move from Colorado to Alabama. Meantime, Secretary of State Rubio confirming the U.S. military conducted a lethal strike in the Caribbean against a drug vessel that left Venezuela, where the leader has criticized a U.S. naval presence. America is listening to Fox News.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Look out now. I just mentioned a few minutes ago that Amy Osborne, the Ozzy and Sharon eldest daughter, is 42 today. And this is from 1989. Ozzy Osbourne was charged with threatening to kill his wife, Sharon. Ozzy was released on the condition that he not do it. No, sorry. Please don't go ahead and kill her there, sir, if you don't mind. We'll let you go if you don't. Don't freaking do it.
You play nice.
Yeah, if you could just get off the old thing there you do. Anyway, Ozzy released on the condition that he immediately go into detox. The case was dropped when they decided to reconcile.
Oh,
that was 1989. Ozzy and Sharon did kissy kissy cuckoo. Look out here. Let's see. Our birthday list includes Keanu Reeves, 61. John Wick, Neo in The Matrix, Ted in Bill and Ted movies. And Keanu Reeves, he was given an honorary Academy Award for that famous soliloquy. It was the shortest honored soliloquy of all time in the movies.
Don't do it.
It was Keanu Reeves when he said, "Whoa, yeah." Thank you, Keanu Reeves.
He's a nice guy.
Actually, Keanu Reeves is a great guy. Keanu Reeves is a guy. One story after another where he may be on vacation and somebody's getting married and he just stops in to say hi and what can I get? You don't do anything for you. I mean, he just seems like a really nice guy.
He does.
And I'll bet you he knows how to take care of himself too. All those movies with the self-defense kind and attack. You got to learn a little something when they teach you how to do that.
He builds motorcycles.
Yeah. Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
And also, Lawrence Fishburne was on a podcast this past weekend. I've never seen The Matrix.
What?
But he was talking about that and how that is about all religion, how it's about Jesus.
A little bit. The first one's the only one you need to see, really.
I didn't see it. I saw The Matrix, what was that, 20 years ago?
Oh, more than that.
82 or 3
Early
or something?
2000s, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought it was an 89
I thought
or
it was
so,
a 90 thing,
90s,
wasn't it?
I thought it was 25, 30 years ago.
He's looking it up as we speak.
Well,
here we go.
1999, March 31st.
Leano's 61. So, that, wow.
He's in good shape.
Anyway, and he seems like a really good guy.
He's also a bass player. He plays in a band.
Oh, see, we should have stopped while we were ahead.
Yeah, I know. Well, I always that would be my dream.
Stand-up bass?
To be a bass guitar player in a rock and roll band.
McCartney was the bass player, so, You know why he was the bass player?
Bada-boom, bada-boom, bada-boom.
You know why McCartney was the bass player of the Beatles?
Because he only had 2 fingers.
Because John and George says they wouldn't do it.
I love it. I love that. I love the. I played trombone. But to me, the sousaphone and the tubas are the
baritone.
It's just
baritone, baby.
Just anyway. All right, Kimmer P. Flounder, 406. What's the matter?
Is it time for?
What's going on? What? What's going on?
For a little surprise here.
Oh God, what did I do now? I didn't do anything. I didn't even do anything. I was. Oh, God.
Yes, that music once again signals another sterling example of Kimmer's crazy critter corner, in which we turn a glad eye to the wonderful world of the animal kingdom. And now your host, Mr. Pete Pet Lover Davis.
Goody.
Thank you, Flounder.
Yes.
We look in on Manju Prakash, a man living in Karnataka, India. Now, in India, he has to look out for crocs over there.
I would think, yes.
But he didn't look for something in his crocs.
Oh.
Manju came home from a hard day at work as a call center spam caller and decided to take a nap. He slipped into his Crocs and went to his room to go sleep. Unfortunately for Manju, there was already something waiting for him in his footwear, a Russell's Viper.
Uh-oh.
Manju Prakash was 41.
Oh, no.
He died in his sleep despite being rushed to a hospital.
But died when he wanted. Died in his sleep just like he wanted. Not at 41, See, you didn't just specify, not now.
He did not survive because the Russell Viper has the distinction of not only having an extremely painful bite, but it's also one of the 4 most venomous snakes in all of India. Along with the common krait, the Indian saw-scaled viper, and the North Carolina Tar Heel surrender cobra.
North Carolina surrender cobra. And by the way, well done, boys. But speaking of North Carolina surrender, honest to 2 things. And we got Holy Grappler Sports coming up, but we got to talk. There's a lot of football, a lot of sports stuff, and 2 things I reacted to this weekend watching that. I'd forgotten the North Carolina game was a night game on Sunday. Was it Sunday?
Last night,
Monday, on the holiday. And I said, oh my God, the game's on. So I started watching ESPN, and they did a special on Bill Belichick, but he's doing an interview beforehand. He looked like a big fat pig. He looked like he weighed 400 pounds. And when they showed him on the sideline in that sweatshirt, I mean, he's got a sexy 24-year-old fiance, I guess.
I wonder how he did that.
But again, you'd think he would at least try to lose a little weight. I mean, my God. Well, she can't be happy trying to put her arms on a big fat barrel of goo. I mean, God.
Big fat barrel of money.
I mean, I'm sure he's old, but you ought to at least give it a try. I mean, you couldn't diet a little or work out. I mean,
he works out. He's built up in his chest. In his arms.
I mean, he just looked anyway, just like a fat slob.
By the way,
but the game. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, I just say, but the game, I thought, holy cow! That first, he drove down the field, scored a touchdown, said, "Oh my God, he's really got him going." And then I kind of stopped looking and came back and I said, "Uh oh,
yeah,
what the hell?" So
you know what the difference was?
Jeez.
The difference was TCU can tackle and North Carolina cannot tackle.
Yeah. Isn't his son the defensive coordinator
or defense or offense? Mr. Man Bun. He's got like 2 or 3 man buns behind him. Please, buddy.
Well, something's going to have to happen, and I was totally surprised. In fact, while we're at it, I won't do it now because we got the newsy stuff to talk about.
I do have an apology. Manchu Prakash is not a call center spam caller. He's actually basically a computer guy.
Computer guy.
Yeah, so
that's the thing there. No, that's something good.
He's dead.
Fine. The man died. The man died. Now I totally forgot what I was going to do. No, I remember.
North Carolina.
I'm going to do another quick. Sorry, folks. We got newsy stuff and everything else, but I got to talk about this. Arch Manning. Watched that game. Arch Manning, and his first 2 passes weren't even close.
I know.
He threw one in the dirt. He threw one up. I thought, what the hell? And then the guy cutting across to the middle to the right, and he threw it behind him, and he couldn't catch. I mean, oh my God!
Is this the biggest bust ever?
Now you got to figure. Obviously, even if there were nerves, how can you miss? I mean, he wasn't even close. And then it was a whole different story. But still, it was not. It was one of the biggest disappointments in all the hype. Before when's the last time a football player in college was hyped at number
Never.
one team, number one guy, waiting to take over the Manning destiny? Has there ever been a college football star to be who was promoted before the season started like Arch Manning?
Not like him, because social media was not the way it was until now. And I love the Mannings, and I hope he does well. But they're basing all of this hype,
it's a
the
great
number
family.
one
They really
pick
are
coming
great.
up, and all this other stuff on what he did in high school.
Yeah.
Because he's done just a little bit in college. He had shown nothing to be up for any of those accolades. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, again, the Manning family, they're all known as high school stars. Cooper, that's his
Cooper
father.
was the wide receiver.
He was the greatest one of all the Mannings.
Best
they say.
athlete.
The best athlete.
Well, not of Archie. Not better than Archie.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the whole family. And by the way, they are a wonderful family.
Yeah.
They're a community. I mean, they're just. No one's ever said a bad thing about him, I don't think, seriously. But Arch Manning, I thought that was.
He could still come around, but he was not ready.
No.
And they should have played him more last year. But now you see why Quinn Ewers was starting over him.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready.
Yeah. I felt bad for
and
the
that's
kid.
on the coach.
Yeah.
That's on the coach. Or else he's the biggest bust in the history of college football.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll do one more quick tease thing.
You know what he should have done?
What's that?
A mistake going to Texas and sitting for 2 years. He should have gone to another school, like Ole Miss, and should have been playing the entire time.
Even if they
from
had,
a freshman.
6-6 or
play,
something.
and get better.
Yeah.
Sitting on your butt for 2 years, watching somebody that you're supposedly better than play over you, that didn't help him a bit.
I don't know this, but I wonder whether now the coaching staff is going to have to say, okay, we're going to have to come up with a whole different scheme of blocking or running backs into the out of the backfield to catch short passes or something to help him out. I wonder whether they're now saying, oh, my God, we better figure out a new kind of offense because he's not capable.
Let him throw it.
Yeah.
How about in the fourth quarter? They came back because he was throwing the ball.
Yeah. So anyway.
Let him be him.
Yeah. But anyway, I thought there was... Also, we'll do this later because I don't want to do the whole thing on this section on sports, but I want to get your reaction to Carson Beck. And I want to get later, and I want to get you because I had a great reaction to him, and I want to get also your reaction to this guy, this kid King at Georgia Tech. I mean, the quarterback, man.
Well, we knew he was good.
Yeah, but
he's rough. If he does this the whole season, he's not going to last the whole season.
Yeah.
He was beat up.
Yeah, but again, I mean, what a story. I mean, really.
Well, it was like last year, the Georgia game, which they should have won. Georgia Tech should have won that game, and he wore down at the end of it.
Yeah.
He's got. If he does this all season, someone's going to hurt him.
Yeah, so we'll talk about him, and also your reaction later to Gunner at the University of Georgia.
I didn't see much of that game, but he definitely was rushing the ball well. Scored a couple touchdowns.
He's running. He's running. They got themselves a running quarterback, apparently.
Get back to running back you.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Running quarterback.
So all that's coming up an hour from now. Pete Davis, Holy Crap of Sports. And the Braves, are they still in?
They're in Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah, God. Again, I made the mistake of watching the end of that game.
Too. It was 6-1, and I turned over and slowly.
I came back. I go 6-1 or 2 or whatever, and then I came back and I went, oh my God! And then all of a sudden it's tied. And so, well, I'll watch them win it in 10th inning. Yeah, I'm right. 4:13. Kevin Payton Flounder, governor of Maryland, another freaking fake, just like False Walls, who was hoping Donald Trump was dying over the weekend. Oh, it's all coming up. Kevin Payton Flounder on 106.3. How's your Tuesday? Look out.
Time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
The left keeps whining, and oh, do they ever whine. about Donald Trump being an authoritarian. You want to see an authoritarian? Put me in charge for a week or two. Let me go out there and just make the laws I want to make and have them enforced. Yes, I have a list. It'll make Donald Trump look weak. Okay, Bort's Law. Here we go. If you run from the police in a car when you are finally stopped, the law will state that you must be pulled out of that car, not by a policeman, but by a police canine. Give you something to think about while you're running. Shoplifters. If you are convicted of shoplifting, the punishment will be that your home will be opened to a group of really poor people who will be allowed to run into your home and take whatever they want without any compensation for you. Scammers. All attempts at scamming somebody out of their money, like these emails telling you that you have won a marvelous tool set from Home Depot, will be punished as if you had been successful. You won't be rewarded for failure. Capital punishment. If you're convicted of a capital crime and sentenced to death, all appeals must be carried out within 90 days and the execution set within 1 week of your final appeal. And you will die the same way your victim died. Idiots who block highways in protests. You will be allowed to proceed through the protesters at idle speed. Just take your foot off the brake and roll forward. Any faster than that, it leaves the authorities with the cleanup job. And that's just my first week. You haven't seen authoritarianism yet. I'll show you an authoritarian. Neil Bortz, XTRA 106.3.
You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your wardrobe, even your lawn. So why not upgrade the part of your home that actually protects your family? Southern Exteriors specializes in roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and they're making it easier than ever before with 10% off any job or 12 months of 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I know the folks at Southern Exteriors. They show up, they do it right, and they stand behind their work. Call them today, 877-9-SOUTHERN, or visit southernexteriors.co.
Well, I got lucky again. Almost got hit on the old chopper, but I also have David Van Sant. If I'd, had to sue somebody because I just, see, once again, I don't want to pick a fight with somebody. I'll let my lawyer do it, David Van Sant. David Van Sant is a personal injury lawyer on the 100 top trial attorneys in Georgia, which is why when he calls an insurance company and they say, oh, no, not David Van Sant, man, he never loses. Among other things, he's a super lawyer. There's an actual list, and he's been on that for a long, long, long time. If you're injured in an accident or you've been wrong, as a personal injury lawyer, if something happens and you didn't get paid and you should have, that's where David Van Sant comes in. Now we talk about car wrecks in a truck or motorcycle or whatever. And again, with all these merging lanes and traffic circles and stuff like this, no, I was there first. No, you were there first. Don't get in an argument with insurance companies. David Van Sant used to work for the insurance companies. He knows all the ins and outs. And, bless the insurance companies, but they have their charts and tables. And David Van Sant tends to make them pay more than they want to because he's got tables and charts of his own. Here's the number, 855-GA-INJURY. Online, vansantlaw.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Sparker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. The big question for many of our listeners as they approach retirement is, will I be okay in retirement? Sean, how do you help someone figure out if they've saved enough to be comfortable?
Great question. There's a lot of different aspects to this, but the biggest thing is looking at risk. Look, there's a lot of different risks to your money, like market risk. There's healthcare costs, inflation, and taxes. All those need to be accounted for. Many people worry if they've saved enough. Am I going to outlive my money? Strategies to help preserve your wealth can be more important than the dollar amount that you saved. Get an analysis of your situation to help you get that clarity that you need.
Tell us about the offer you have for listeners.
If you're worried about if you'll be okay for retirement, you probably don't have a plan. You might not even know what I mean when I'm talking about, do you have a retirement plan? Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit, and you can get that by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped me put this thing together just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters from everything from investments to Social Security, income planning, and has other guides that go along with it as well, with some checklists in regards to all those different strategies and topics as well. So if you want to get that information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy framework today. Like Sean said, just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Well, look out. Well, it was on this day, 1972. The Erie Canal Soda Pop Festival was held over 3 days on Bull Island, Griffin, Indiana. The promoters expected 50,000 fans. 200,000 showed up. Bands started pulling out of the festival as it drifted steadily into anarchy. Bands that did appear include Flash Cadillac and the Continental Kids, Black Oak, Arkansas, Cheech and Chong, Foghat, Albert King, Brownsville Station, Canned Heat, Flash, Ravi Shankar, Rory Gallagher, Lee Michaels, and Frosty, and the Eagles. The Amboy Dukes were there along with Gentle Giant, but 3 concert goers drowned in the river as the crowd got out of hand, and when the festival started to end, the rest of the crowd burned down the whole place. 1970. It was the 70s, 1972. Kipper, Pete, and Flounder on your slow ride here on your Tuesday afternoon. Hot and steamy. There's no air conditioning all day here since, we don't know, over the weekend probably. We don't know. And I guess they're melting. I wonder if is this like a digital system these days? I don't even know how air conditioning for a building works. I wonder, is there a central thing that someone has to push a button, or
I didn't know AT&T was in charge of the air conditioning
for a building. Anyway, I don't know what you do. I don't know how they air conditioning a building like this.
He climbs up in the ceiling and deals with it.
Well, I don't know. I bet they don't. I don't know. I don't know how they do a cool place like this these days. Anyway, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. So okay, we're going to make it. We'll be fine. But it's hot
we're not
hell, and we're all sweaty. Anyway, our birthday list includes Cat Williams, is 54. Says here the weed-loving, often arrested comedian. He was in Norbit. Cat Williams, 54 years old. He's that little black guy, right? Wasn't he in...
controversial.
And 40-year-old virgin. He played the guy in the store wanted to give him a special deal.
Really?
Give a brother a special deal.
Was that him?
No, I don't think that was
Wasn't that Cat Williams who said, give a brother a deal? And he said, don't call me the N-word. He said, my N-word. He said, don't call me that or something.
What was the name of that movie?
He was a 40-year-old virgin. He was a customer to the really funny black guy who tried to help out, what's his name? Michael Scott.
Romany Malco.
No, that's not right.
It's not Cat Williams.
Yeah, it's not Cat Williams.
All right, sir.
Yeah, it's Romany Malco, I think.
I know it's not. I recognize the guy, but he's a comedian and he's been done a million other things.
Gary Bednob Mooge?
I don't know. Anyway, I'll try to find a picture. The guy I'm thinking of, well, anyway.
I don't know.
Okay, whatever. All right, on this day, we're going to talk War Hero story and then a couple other stories about war phonies. First of all, Naviator George H.W. Bush. On this day, the future president is serving as a torpedo bomber pilot in the Pacific theater of World War II when his fleet and squadron is attacked by Japanese anti-aircraft guns. They were conducting a bombing mission on an installation on the island of Chichijima. The engine on Bush's plane was set ablaze. Bush managed to release his bombs and head back toward the aircraft carrier before bailing out over the water. 2 crew members died in the attack. After floating on a raft for 4 hours in the Pacific, a submarine crew fished a safe but exhausted H.W. Bush out of the water. His bravery in action earned him a Distinguished Flying Cross. He had a similar close call in death in June before forced to make a crash landing on water after a bombing run. A U.S. destroyer crew rescued him from the sea that time. God, after all these, he returned to San Jacinto, I guess it is, continued to pilot torpedo bombers in several successful missions. Over the course of 1944, his squadron suffered a 300% casualty rate among the pilots. Undaunted George H.W. Bush won 3 Air Medals as well as a Presidential Unit Citation and flew 58 combat missions in World War II. And let me tell you something, those pilots knew they weren't coming back. When they took off, they assumed they were not coming back.
And you had to be physically fit. When I was in that Spitfire a couple years ago and watching the guy in front of me fly it and take off and everything, that was a lot of that's manual. That's strength to make that plane move.
Yeah. Especially in the 1940s,
and
it wasn't,
in a dogfight where something's trying to kill you and you're having to move to save your life.
Yeah.
No wonder you'd be exhausted at the end of that.
58 missions, shot down twice in the water. Yeah, landing in the water, a crash landing in the water, and a parachute landing in the water in wartime with sharks and enemy.
That'd be my greatest fear, is floating in there wondering.
I would try not to move my legs.
Yeah, they're attracted to that.
Oh, man. All right, and speaking of combat things, 2 things. That freaking false Walsh, that dirty, rotten scoundrel. We don't have I don't even want to play the soundbite of it, but this dancing little fairy with a double-handed waving, pansy boy was at some podium somewhere blasting conservatives and Donald Trump, and he was basically hoping. He said, oh, my God, something's going on with Donald Trump this weekend. Nobody's seen him in 2 days. And 3 days now, the whole weekend. So maybe he's dying. They blocked off Walter Reed Hospital, and so no traffic allowed. So I bet he's going there. I bet he's dying. And of course, we could get good news later if and just mocking and making fun of Donald Trump maybe dying or hoping that he dies. Let's remember, false Walsh. The biggest problem about him was he denigrated his own service. He should have been proud of his own military service in the National Guard. It wasn't a full-time thing for 25 years, but he served his country, and he should be lauded for serving his country for all those years. But he turned his back when his unit was going to war. He said, no, I'm running for Congress instead, for office instead. And secondly, when he gave that speech and he said, well, this weapon will be like the weapons that I carried in war. He never carried weapons in war. He never was in war. He turned his back on his unit when they were going to war without him. And he was the boss. He ran the unit. And he lied about it, and then he pretended he had weapons of war when he never went to war, never carried a freaking weapon in weapons in war. And then we get this slime bag guy, one of the guys, I'd forgotten this entirely, the governor of Maryland is Wes Moore, Democrat. He has been named because he's kind of been behind the scenes over the last couple of years and over the last election as well. He was mentioned as maybe the next guy to come forward as a Democrat because Democratic governors tend to be, governors are good candidates. Governors tend to make good candidates, and they're putting his name out there with a bunch of others. But now, over the last couple of days, this Governor Wes Moore, Democrat in Maryland, has now been dodging questions about his military service and his military awards. In 2006, he applied for a White House fellowship, and he said he won, was awarded the Bronze Star with a Combat Action Badge. That was not true. He was called on it during an interview some time ago. Will Cain, in fact, on Fox tried to get him to open up about it. And he said, and Will Cain said, why did you let it go on even if it was a mistake? For years and years and years, you were celebrated as having a Bronze Star. Well, he kept saying, I'm proud of my service to this country. We served our country, da-da-da-ba-doop-bop-bop. The fact I was recognized with a Bronze Star and a Combat Action Badge, I'm not only proud of the service, put my life on the line. Well, he never actually said what happened. That was like 20 years later, because of all the brouhaha about it, somebody finally put an application in to give him the Bronze Star. Now, obviously, if he served his country, then he should be recognized for serving his country. And he said he recognized his service in Afghanistan. I don't know what he did to be awarded the Bronze Star. And in the Army, and I'm not saying anything, but I will tell you this. I have friends in the Army who came back from Vietnam with a Bronze Star for meritorious service. Not for combat action, not for heroism, but for being good soldiers. The Army does give Bronze Stars for other than combat duties, which is fine. But again, Marines don't. Other services, but the Army will give you if they. And again, I'm not trying to say anything. I don't know what this deal was, but it's amazing to me that because it came up. Why? Let's see the citation.
Yeah. What did he do?
Again, I'm not.
It's political.
Well, it is political. That's exactly why they said, oh, hell, he said at the time, he said, well, my battalion commander said he was going to put me in for it, and I thought he did, so but he had a lot of chances to correct it, and this has been from 2006.
Yeah.
This is 19 years he let it go, and finally, just last December, they gave him the Bronze Star. Gee, that's funny.
Last December.
Right before, but Donald Trump sworn into office to be ready for the next election campaign as a Bronze Star recipient serving his country in combat. Yeah, well, I want to see the citation.
He's a rising star in the Democratic Party. That's why he got it.
He's the new one, and he got the rising star Democrat Party. So let's go ahead and do this so we can eliminate all. Well, I get it. I did receive it. I thought they had done it earlier, but I received it. So what's the big deal? And that way he can slough it off just like freaking false walls. Well, I overspeak sometimes. Oh, okay, forget it then. These freaking scumbags. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse. Just be proud of your service. That's all you have to do. Yeah. Be proud of your service. He deserves to be proud of his service. So why do you have, there's a special kind of scumbag who lies and cheats about something like combat.
Because they're liars.
God, it's just how much of a slimy little gutless weasel can you be to fake someone else's heroism for your own bet? All right, so I'll stop.
Born liars. They can't help it.
Don't forget this, though. Don't forget False Waltz with his gun he carried in war, my ass. And this guy from Maryland, the governor of Maryland, Wes Moore, he wants to be your president, and he's a freaking phony, and I want to see the citation. I want to see who made up what. All right, 4:30, Kimber, Pete, and Flound. No, it's good. It's Tuesday. It's good. Everything's happy now. I got a new menu recipe for you. Just discovered. Coming up with happiness, and got a girlfriend. You
got a girlfriend?
Oh, an AI girl. Another AI girl.
Did you miss Neil Bortz?
I am shocked.
Don't worry. He's live anytime on the XTRA 106.3 app.
Oh, that radio show.
Did traffic cause you to miss some of the Kimmer Show? Get it on the app.
It's all the kids talk about on Monday at school.
With anytime show replays from the Kimmer, Bortz, The Morning Extra, Clay and Buck, and so much more. Plus local headlines and breaking news. Grab the XTRA 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Peach State Windows, I brag about them also doing siding. I'm a Hardy Plank fan, but Peach State Windows, they're doing your windows as well with the vinyl windows, double hung, energy efficient stuff. But also, I forgot to mention earlier, they can give your deck a safety inspection, and you may not know the codes and zoning laws in various counties in Georgia have changed. Your deck may not meet safety standards. I'm not trying to scare you, but really this is serious, and I can tell you from personal experience, it's an issue. They can check that for you. The decks, your siding, roofs, check your door too. PeachStateWindows.com.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park. Get ready as the Braves battle the Mariners and the Cubs September 5th through the 10th. Fans can enjoy 3 gate giveaways, including the Kids Beaded Necklace, a Michael Harris II scooter bobblehead presented by Xfinity, and the replica jersey presented by Coke. Plus, the popular Barbie ticket pack returns this season on September 9th. See all of the fun this September and get your tickets at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Hey, it's Lowe's here to tell you about a new, stress-free, and completely transparent way to purchase your next pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. It's with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, traditionally, I've been a payment buyer. How do you work with that type of buyer?
I have people that come in all the time and they want to spend $20,000. Okay, if their payments are $400 on $20,000, they don't realize without the doc fees, without all this other stuff, we can put them in a 22 or 23 model car and we can spend a little bit more money and have the same payment. So if you're a payment buyer, don't come in here just saying, I want to spend $20,000, because we can sit there and help you and we can put you in a newer car with lesser miles at a payment you need.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Atlanta without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Atlanta for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. Atlanta is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Atlanta and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Now, I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but let me tell you why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out from the rest. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Everybody wants to play. Many of the local HVAC companies, though, have been sold to large conglomerates. And some are even coming back under new names. But at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, they never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947. And their dedication to our community has never wavered. They are the grand slam you can count on. Central's team of experts know the game inside and out, delivering dependable service and personalized solutions every time. So don't get caught off base. Choose the HVAC team that's always been in the game. Get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts, Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Call them today, 770-GET-HEAT, or visit them online at centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Attention Warriors, are you a veteran ready to navigate to success after service? Tune in to the Warrior Lines Network. Join us as we spotlight inspiring stories, provide essential resources, and connect you with a community dedicated to empowering veterans. From career advice to health and wellness tips, the Warrior Lines Network is your go-to hub for post-service success. Tune in Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. on XTRA 106.3. Join us on the mission, the Warrior Lines Network, where warriors thrive together. Visit us at thewarriorlines.org for more information.
It's only me, the Kimmer with Pete Davidson founder. And the Grateful Dead. It was on this day in 1971. Grateful Dead's former manager was arrested after he disappeared with $70,000 of the band's money. And they caught him, and that was a ball game. My daughter Jennifer, back when she was a cocaine and heroin addict, was a deadhead for a period of time. Of course, she went to jail that time there. So anyway, but she's been clean for 20 years. God bless her. In fact, next month, I believe my daughter Jennifer will be clean and clear for 21 years. For a while, I didn't know whether she was dead or alive. And you can't really do anything to try to save your child until they hit rock bottom and are willing to be helped. I mean, it was, I remember the first time she called me from jail. I sent her money to buy sanitary products. Think about that. Think how far you have to fall when you call your father you haven't seen in 2 years and just need money for sanitary products while you're in jail. God. Anyway. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741. I'm so proud of her. I mean, she really... I thought, are you okay? What's going on here?
Got a couple phone calls. Got Danny on the line first.
Excellent. Danny, you're on the radio, man. Happy Tuesday. What's going on?
Hey, Cameron, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, man. What's up?
I was just checking. I listen to your show a lot, and I really enjoy it.
Well,
when were you at the island?
I'm sorry?
I think we were there about the same time. When were you at the island? I think we were there about the same time.
At Paris Island, I was there in Platoon 2080, and it was September 1966 when I got I forgot the date, but it was September.
I was there May the 1st in 293 in 66. K Company.
Oh, be damned. Well, yeah, we might have passed each other marching.
Yeah, probably did.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Who will never forget?
I'm a good friend of Nilla Vanilla. You heard of him?
Yeah. God.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, what a bunch of memories that was. Holy cow.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? I agree with you what you were saying earlier about this stolen valor. It's sickening.
You know, and it's so silly. There's no reason. It's enough to say I served my country proudly in a war zone, and God bless America that shows this country, and everybody said, yay, we're all in favor. But, it's just, there's a special kind of weakness, a lack of something that never got into you from your family growing up or something, that people would go to that extent to try to glorify themselves in fake valor. I mean, it's just, how phony deep can you get? I don't know.
Absolutely. I was in law enforcement for 35 years.
Wow.
Retired in 2008 as a lieutenant over here in a local county, and we had prosecuted a guy for that thing one time.
Really?
He was telling everybody all these medals and stuff he wore, and we found out he was not.
Yeah, a lot of guys make money off it. I mean, you claim things and you get rewards for it. You get money or discounts or special stuff. And of course, that I'm not even sure they think about that. I think they just want to feel they weren't proud of what they wish they could have done, and so they make it up so that people will praise them and salute them as heroes when in fact they're not. Now they are people to be respected and lauded for serving their country. That's what's so crazy. They don't have to do it. It shows a special weakness. And don't forget this guy, the Maryland governor. Don't forget when he runs for president next election too. Yes, sir. You were saying.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, especially this guy, Tampon Tim.
Oh, man.
He makes me sick.
Yeah. I mean, and especially that guy.
Sick. He's nuttier than a fruitcake to start with.
Yeah. What happened? In fact, Pete and I were mentioning during the break, what happened to Minnesota? What's the matter with those people?
I don't
know. They keep
know.
electing people like this.
I think all the crazy folks live up north, I believe.
It's got to be the cold weather. It's got to be, just starting their brains from, like September 1st to freaking May 1st, ice and slush. Anyway, thanks, man. Semper Fi and hoorah, my friend. Memories of Paris Island. Holy cow. 441. Flounder, do we have another? Do you have another call, or did he hang up?
Yes, we have Doug.
Doug, you're on the radio, man. Welcome. Thanks for calling. What's up?
Hey, Kimmer, you were talking about George Bush being shot down. There's a side note to that.
Yeah.
There's a 30-second video of him being rescued by American sub after they finally found him. And the other thing, the island of Chichijima, all pilots were trying to avoid that island because the Japanese commander there loved to take pilots and kill them and eat their liver.
Oh, my Lord.
He was executed after the show. And one last thing, Kimber, I was the one that gave you the Mike Brooks hat that was signed. If you remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. That was great, man. I appreciate it.
Were you ever able to get that to his girlfriend before she passed?
Yeah, absolutely I did. Absolutely I did. I've got him.
Anyway,
I'm trying to remember. Yeah. Oh, listen. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And nice memories. 442. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230.
42.
What's the matter? Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, you got to pull the mic. Oh, the mic got caught. Could be the heat.
I actually pulled it out.
We just saw a guy climb up into the rafters. Oh, hello. That's what she said.
Pardon me while I whip this out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 442 Flounder already. Can you imagine that? That's just amazing.
What, is that bad? What? We got a thing going on? What is that? Oh, no. What the hell is 4-4?
It's time for the halftime report.
Oh, my God.
All the work that Flounder puts in.
Oh, my
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stories you asked him to pull. You have done exactly one of them.
Well, I got them all here. I got them here. I got the downtown thing. I got this thing. I got Jasmine Crockett. I got the little
did the
boy.
Powerball.
I don't have a
No Graham Greene.
Well, I got
Chicago
Christy Nome.
shootings. Greg Lousanis.
I got the Aaron B. boss.
Robin Wright.
I got
Kim Novak.
The bullet fragment. Graham
New York
Greene.
City woman. Airbnb.
House of Cards girl.
So much to do in the second half of the show.
Well, you don't want to let it all go in the first part of the show. You know, we have to kind of go. You know, you don't just start off in fifth gear. You know, you got to get going.
Well, we're not even downhill yet.
I haven't even got half my stuff on my list I got to do here. So, for example, how about this? I did something very exciting this weekend. I took off on my chopper on Sunday, and I deliberately got lost.
Good for you.
As you know, I have no sense of direction. I'm the worst. I could get lost. I could take 2 turns in a neighborhood and not know how the hell to get out of it. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. Just I bet my father. Growing up, we could walk anywhere in the world. Be walking in a park or anything else. A cloudy day, raining, didn't make it. Hey, Dad, which way is northwest? Boom, and he would point to it.
Yeah,
I mean,
amazing.
Some guys, a pilot, guys like that can do that. Me, I'm lost. I can't. There's no way. And so I deliberately took some turns I've never seen before, and I just kept going. And I said, I have no idea where the hell I am. And then I tested myself to see if I could figure out my way back. And I did. It was great fun. It was very exciting.
I heard
think of doing that for your happy holiday weekend time.
I heard we got a new sponsor, too, that you're working at. What?
A new sponsor?
You know, not Walmart.com or Amazon.
No, not the big ones.
You know, you've actually found a company you can trust with your credit card to call up and bring you stuff.
Yeah, well, I do. What's it called?
Shut-ins or us.
Lonely Hearts Club. Isn't there a song about that?
I believe so.
Oh, my God. Anyway, okay, well, I got stories. We got news.
I got stories.
Yeah, I got everything here. In fact, Atlanta now has a communist grocery store. I think because this other, I wasn't aware of this. It was a local story a couple days ago, but Atlanta now has a city grocery store downtown. And it says here, this is freaking hysterical. It's called the Azalea Fresh Market. And it's a response to a pressing need for more affordable food options, unquote. And now it says, according to their news release, we have been in a food desert for too long. Food desert for far too long. And it says 14% of Atlanta residents have been experiencing food insecurity. The store is in the historic Olympia building for your food insecurity. And no matter who you are, no matter what your income is, you can get quality groceries at a good price. Mayor Dickens has now got a communist grocery store. And this, who determines the prices and where they get the food? And is a grocer going to, who supplies them the stuff? If it's going to be sold cheap, are they going to give them the best stuff? I don't know.
Well, there's a suggestion as to why you can't have a food desert anymore.
Why not?
Stop burning the Wendy's down.
Yeah, you know, if you could only...
Stop shoplifting your A&P.
Stop stealing all the groceries.
Piggly Wiggly out of business. It's very simple.
It'd be a little easier if you just stop your thievery. I mean, seriously, if you see more videos, almost every day there's more videos of people just walking in places, stealing stuff and walking out again because they can get away with it.
Go back to shooting them.
I know.
I thought looters could be shot.
Yeah, and almost 60 people shot in Chicago over the Labor Day weekend. 8 or 9 or 10 dead, including a couple of women. And the mayor says this: we will not work with National Guard or federal agents on patrols, arrests, immigration enforcement, or any other law enforcement actions. We protect our Constitution, we protect our city, and we will protect our people. No, you won't protect your people. You didn't over the weekend. Almost 60 people shot. Where's the next city anywhere that you know of where they have 60 people shot over a holiday weekend? I mean, seriously.
Kabul?
Buenos Aires? I mean, Istanbul? I mean, what's
that place in Colombia that was so big for a while there? Cartagena that was always shooting each other all the time?
Territories, yeah. Unbelievable. That's fine. 447, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. It's Tuesday, and I got all our news stories. And Jasmine Crockett and the little boy needs surgery. All those interesting stories coming with actual newsy sound on the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder show coming up next. I got all my stories.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the XTRA 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new XTRA 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Hey, Atlanta's Mark from the Safe House. I have a question for you. Am I the only person pissed off with the mainstream fake news, liberal judges,
And whiny liberal politicians.
who don't realize why Donald Trump is president, and fake safes? And you may wonder, why fake safes? Well, a fake safe is like Joe Biden, cheap and ineffective. A real safe from the Atlanta Safe House is like Donald Trump, tough, effective, and provides peace of mind when you need it the most. So drop by Atlanta Safe House and check out the largest selection of safes in the Southeast and see what a real safe looks like. So go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Retirement means different things to different people. Some folks want to travel the world. Some folks want to spend more time with grandkids. For me, I'm looking forward to spending more time with my guitar. Whether extravagant and robust or simple and cozy, every retirement needs a plan. You wouldn't take a trip without directions. You have to know where you are before you know where you're going. Master Plan Retirement Consultants have helped many like you plan for their own retirement. Not only does Master Plan help you create the roadmap, they join you on the journey. So whether you want to travel the world, become a pickleball champ, or just looking for a good porch, a sturdy rocking chair, and an acoustic guitar, remember to plan well, because the destination is worth it. Visit masterplanretired.com to schedule your complimentary consultation today.
The next big storm isn't a matter of if, it's when. Is your home ready? Southern Exteriors offers free inspections and dependable storm damage repairs with in-house warranties and honest service. Right now, get 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I've met the team at Southern Exteriors. They do things the right way. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN or southernexteriors.co.
All right, look out now. Having an experience of some kind here. Jimi Hendrix style. Well, 1968, the Jimi Hendrix Experience released a cover, the Bob Dylan song All Along the Watchtower. It was 9 months after the original version hit the airwaves, 1968. The song became Hendrix's biggest hit in America, landing in the top 100, top 20. Later would influence Dylan's live renditions of the song. In a 1995 interview with South Florida's Sun Sentinel, Dylan described hearing Hendrix's version of his song. It overwhelmed me, really. He had such talent. He could find things inside a song and vigorously develop them. He found things that other people would not think of finding in there, unquote, Bob Dylan on Jimi Hendrix singing his All Along the Watchtower. That's pretty interesting. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on our birthday list. Oh, hold on, Susan. Every Friday, Susan. Phone calls take priority, or any other day for that matter. Hello, Susan. How you doing? Welcome. What's up?
Hello, gentlemen. So, I was thinking about the Democrats and their false whatever rhetoric about gun control. And I was thinking, if they really cared about gun control, every Monday after a weekend in Chicago, shouldn't they be reporting the people that have been shot, never mind murdered? It's like 30 to 50 people per weekend. If it's a holiday weekend like this past one, it's probably tripled that. And then, 8 to 10 people per weekend shot dead. Never mind, just shot.
Yeah.
And the other thing, do you know there was crickets about gun control when Luigi Mangione killed that CEO, the healthcare CEO in New York City? Also, crickets about the so-called AR, the assault rifle, as they like to say, which is not an assault rifle. After that loser tried to kill Donald Trump, there was no discussion of gun control. It was crickets.
Yeah, I know. It's again, it's so obvious, and that's what makes it so disgraceful that they're not fooling anybody. I mean, and again, Susan, if the national media, if they had acted with responsibility to just simply tell the truth and point out what's going on because of politics and how these phony freaking. In fact, there was I should have gotten the story. There was a woman from. It might have been NBC, and she did a co-piece article with somebody from the Atlantic, and they did a story. They were making comments just in the last couple of days, condemning Donald Trump for trying to solve the crime, saying nobody needs to solve the crime in Chicago. It's not a big deal. In Washington either. Everything's fine. Everything's finally good. Reporters went back and looked at that woman. I forgot her name, and again, it happened over the weekend, and I didn't capture the story then. That same woman who wrote the article about how Donald Trump is a Nazi taking over America and making the military take over American civilians, that same woman did an article months ago, and not that long ago. It might have been a year or a couple of years, whatever. It wasn't that long ago, but in the same area, and she complained about all the crime that has happened to her own family. And she said, well, we've had a carjacking, my husband got beat up, my kids lost their bikes. I mean, it was unbelievable. And then all of a sudden now she says, oh, there's no crime here, and he's a freaking Nazi taking over. These damn phonies, Susan. It's just so obvious, and it's disgraceful.
Well, and the other thing, too, about Chicago, just one city in our great country, every weekend these people are shot. And who are the people that are getting shot? It's minorities. It's poor people. Like, I thought Democrats cared about. It's just the irony and the hypocrisy is just it blows your mind sometimes. Honestly,
does. I'm so glad you're
right. If the media was just half of an ounce honest, things would change. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Every Friday, Susan, or any other day for that matter. Always a pleasure. 455. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Well, let's see. Let's do this. Speaking of Democrats, Flounder, let's do this with Jasmine Crockett. This is incredible. This well-known hood rat chickenhead, Jasmine Crockett of Texas, is calling for violence against conservatives, including war in the streets. For the record, this phony is a preppy with a law degree. But here's an example of before and after of how this fake bimbo as a hood rat compared to her talking as a regular person. Flounder, the pro and con of Jasmine, the phony hood rat speaker. Here you go.
First of all, it's good to see you in the new year. You know, no one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress.
Maybe because these people, they are crazy, because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things. Yeah, you ain't got to believe me. Just go Google. You'll find some of it. I'm telling you, and the wives is being messy and petty. They putting it in.
God, that's the same woman. That's the same woman.
Playing to the base.
The preppy went $30,000 a year prep school and law school.
And Rhodes, they were talking on Clay and Buck, Rhodes College outside of Memphis, $70,000 a year.
Well-known liberal arts college. Yep. And that's the pro. That's the two. Fake.
That's insulting to her constituents.
It's unbelievable
that she has to talk like this to communicate with them.
Between her and the Maryland governor and a false wall, these are the people leading the party. And Carmela, and by the way, she's got that book tour. Whatever happened to her book tour? They're not even the liberals aren't even covering her national book tour for her.
They supposedly rented out the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville.
Oh man,
how's that going to play?
Yeah,
that place should explode when she walks in.
This ought to be interesting.
Patsy Cline's ghost should meet her at the door.
Lord.
Kick her right in the nads.
George Jones.
George Jones. Oh my God.
Anyway, you gotta love it. By the way, I saw a tease for a show on FX coming up called The Lowdown.
Yeah,
with Ethan Hawke.
It looks good.
That looks like a really good series. And in fact, Ethan Hawke was in the news overnight where he was doing an interview talking about how he was so embarrassed when he got divorced from Uma Thurman.
He should be.
But it's amazing. The promos come out the same time the publicity comes out with us. He was in the news, and then they did all these promos last night, same time for in this new series.
He should have been a bigger star. I don't know if he's self-destructed or what went on with there.
I don't know.
He should have been bigger.
Anyway, Kimmer's paying a little Flounder's funny. I'll bet you there's somewhere Flounder maybe. And they're working on the air conditioning. Guys going up into the ceiling right now.
Top men.
Anyway, we made a little
give me one
funny.
sec.
There we go. We got Flounder's funny, and we got Pete's tweets coming up, and we got Holy Crap at Sports. Okay, we got a lot more sports to talk about. A lot more fun. No, Pete's showing him. Yeah, it's a green one. It's a green one. Yeah, go ahead and cut it with your scissors.
Cut the green one.
Yeah, cut the green wire. Take a chance. That's my motto. Probably the green one.
Did you ever wonder if any of the people you swipe past are dead? You ever think about that? Because if you die, no one's going to delete your dating profile. Right? No one's going to go into your phone after the funeral all weepy-eyed like, oh, she really did like to hike. That's not going to happen. Which means I'm probably swiping past hundreds of dead people. Or at least that's what I tell myself when I don't get any matches. Maybe they're dead. They're probably dead. I hope they're dead. I hope they're all dead.
Remember when I first got here, and sweet little Amanda was our social media director, and as a kind of a thing to see what would happen, put me on one of those dating site things.
Yeah.
Not one swipe, not one click, not one.
Was it the silver one?
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, nothing. It was a zero, zilch, baby.
You check it every day?
No, oh, please. And then what? It's coming up on 5 o'clock. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and they're still trying to fix the air conditioning, but that's good. We'll make it. It's going to be good until 6 o'clock probably anyway. I don't know.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.
The president says the people have to be protected. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. His basis for sending federal forces into 2 more cities as part of a crime crackdown that started in D.C.
President Trump says he has made up his mind about a federal intervention in Chicago.
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in.
President Trump says he'd prefer the governor of Illinois, a Democrat, to request the National Guard to deploy in Chicago.
This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation.
Governor J.B. Pritzker has rejected calls for a federal surge. President Trump has also described Baltimore as a hellhole, threatening federal intervention there as well.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Washington, D.C.'s Democratic mayor just announcing a pathway forward beyond the current 30-day presidential emergency. Mayor Bowser issuing an order aimed at ensuring coordination with federal law enforcement. President Trump announcing a U.S. strike on a drug boat in the Caribbean.
We have a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in for a long time.
Secretary of State Rubio says the vessel was operated by a designated narco-terrorist organization. This after a recent U.S. naval buildup off Venezuela, where the leader has criticized it. Just over a year since a sniper's assassination attempt during a Trump rally in Pennsylvania. An internal watchdog report finds the Secret Service faces a chronic understaffing of its counter-sniper teams.
The Inspector General says Secret Service does not have an effective process to hire counter-snipers, while demand for them has increased 151% since the year 2000. Among the recommendations, our Secret Service should look at recruiting counter-snipers from other law enforcement agencies or from military services.
Fox's Mike Manuel. The Secret Service says significant progress has already been made toward recruitment and retention of highly trained personnel. America is listening to Fox News.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right a bike. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kipper with Pete Davis and Flounder. And you on 106.3. How's it going? Here's the number, 404-741-1230. 741-1230. They're working on the air conditioning. I heard the morning boys this morning coming in. They're taking off their clothes, and it was steamy hot. And it's been that way. We just saw the guy crawling up into the ceiling. I guess
it's lunchtime.
Well, we've got union rules.
It's 5 o'clock.
No, it's 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock somewhere, including here, 5:04. Anyway, so that's no big deal. But again, and the biggest thing is the equipment. Flounder's got 2 fans in there because where all the computers are and all the things in the electronic stuff, you don't want them to get too hot because it's bad for the equipment. Anyway, Kimmer P. Flounder, 404-741-1230. And we got a billion things going on here. Also, a couple of things to... I got a lot of reaction over the holiday weekend. I've been scrolling through my pictures. I've saved videos and pictures I saved in my phone, and I'm, stuff. Just goofing around. And I sent a bunch to my kids, and I posted a couple things, some throwback pictures to my family and raising kids and stuff like that. And I included a couple of pictures. One was of me and my brother, my older brother, in our Little League baseball uniforms. And before I posted it, I posted a picture of me holding my baby brother. And I was wearing my Little League baseball cap and holding my baby brother. And on my belt is my hunting knife. And the picture is of me holding my baby brother with my hunting knife because we all carried hunting knives.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know when you might need a game of Mumbledy Peg. Did you ever play Mumbledy Peg?
Can't remember.
I mean, and people are getting the biggest. Oh my God, you got a knife! No, Mumbledy Peg is when you throw it and then you have to,
yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Anyway, and so, but people are amazed. I was, 10. This is like 1956 or something.
Let's do it right now.
I got a hunting knife on my belt that I carry around just going, every day I'm home from school, put my knife on, and off we go. Is that the one I gave you, the Marine Corps knife?
Still got it. I lose it every other year or so. Then I find it months later.
And I think, didn't give you, I think I gave Flounder one too, didn't I? I think I gave you a Marine Corps compact knife like Pete's.
I did not get one of those.
I'll have to get you one. Well, then, it must have been, I'll bet it was our fireman. I'm Virgin John Boy. Yeah, I'll bet it must have been a
quarter pounder.
He was way before that. Anyway, I don't remember. So we got that, and also, but I thought it was kind of cool because we all carried knives. We used to do, we tried to, throw them into a tree trunk and had contests on who could, hand over hand. We always had knives. It was no big deal. This is a time when I remember, I've told you before, at Show and Tell one day, I rode my bicycle carrying my .22 rifle.
I know. Did you ever throw it like this, where you threw it and you rolled your finger so it'd fly through the air straight like this, spinning and hit something?
No.
Yeah, you just do it sidearm.
Hard to throw a knife. I mean, you have to have a really good balanced knife, or it's not going to go where you want. But if you're throwing a knife at somebody, chances are they're going to duck or try to avoid it. So it's going to achieve some purpose, no matter whether it stabs them or not.
Run.
If you see a knife coming at you, you're probably going to do something about it. So anyway, and the other thing is, I'm very sore today and stiff today because I've got a new routine now. I'm doing 100 push-ups a day, and
you're not.
I'm doing 100 push-ups. I'm doing 50 in the morning and 50 at night, and I'm doing deep knee bends until I can't stand up, until I fall over.
100.
Well, I do the sort of push-ups.
Okay. That's still a lot. You just start off with. You should have built up.
No, I can. That's nothing. And you know why I'm doing it? I'm doing three things. I'm doing 100 push-ups a day. I'm doing deep knee bends till I fall over and till my legs wobble. And I'm also working on balance. I'm standing on one foot with trying not to move my arms for as long as possible. And you know why? To ride that chopper. Riding a chopper is way different than riding a motorcycle, and I'm at the age now where I want to make sure I'm physically able to keep thinking of that thing, and I'm getting back getting in shape again, even though it's a little late. But I'm not running any more marathons. I know that. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 508-404-741-1230, 741-1230. Donald Trump attacked a ship carrying drugs off of the coast of Venezuela. And I don't know much more about it than that, but he carried it out. And Venezuela's, of course, been making a lot of, Maduro, is that his name? Had been
the new one?
Yeah. We're ready for you. If you try to come down here, we're going to, Well, Donald Trump just raided one of your drug boats.
We don't have to land troops. You just park the Navy off the coast and stop everything.
Yeah, just say, okay, here we are. I mean, you know what? I mean, seriously. It's unbelievable. And once again, they're still fighting Donald Trump. Another federal judge appointed by Obama, or by Biden, I guess, has ruled that Donald Trump and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth violated the law, a 150-year-old law, Comitatus Act, Passe Comitatus Act, officially, that says military cannot engage in domestic law enforcement. So he said Donald Trump no longer has the right to send National Guards and Marines. He sent 4,000 Guardsmen and 700 Marines to California. Now, of course, they're pretty much not doing anything now. They're gone, or not really doing very much. But again, the point, the judge said, they can't be law enforcement guys. And so Newscom is celebrating Trump loses again. The fact of the matter is they were not doing policing. They were protecting and guarding property.
Yep.
They were guarding national property, museums, and stuff like that. We're protecting people so no one did commit a crime. They were not giving traffic tickets. They weren't arresting people for murder.
We've tried it the Democrat way.
Judges.
It's time for a new thing to do.
And again, it's a freaking judge. It's lawfare. It's so much worse now than it was. Everything he does, lawsuit, appeal. Every single thing. And speaking of that judges, remember that Judge Boasberg? Remember that slimy Judge Boasberg who stopped Donald Trump from deporting people? The very first one that blocked Donald Trump. His name was Boasberg. He's now back in it again. He has now allowed a woman who is schizophrenic and crazy as a bedbug who wants to kill Donald Trump. And he says, she's been arrested making a social media post threatening to charge him. The woman says, let's see, I told the FBI in 5 states today I'm willing to sacrificially kill this POTUS president by disemboweling him and cutting out his trachea with Liz Cheney and tell all the affirmation present. She ends in paragraph, let's deal with this and restore domestic tranquility. Please arrange the arrest and removal of POTUS as a terrorist on the American people. She wants to carry out the mission of killing Donald Trump with a blade, and she's schizophrenic, and so this Judge Boasberg says, you can go home. If you stay there, now you got to stay home, but we can let you out, because after all, you didn't kill him. You haven't. There's no proof you killed him. There's no proof. So this judge who stopped Donald Trump from deporting criminals has now allowed a woman who wants to murder Donald Trump over and over again to go home and just, and we'll get you need help. Get you some help there later if you don't mind. That'd be good. God almighty. What the hell's going on?
They're trying to kill him again, which is what they
want him
doing.
dead. Yeah. And again, false walls. There's sound. I'm not going to play the sound. I can't stand the sound. That little double-handed pumping Wazy dancing boy has now made a joke about how Donald Trump was probably dead because he hadn't been showing up over the weekend. So false Walsh and the Democrats saying, "Oh my God, they shut off the Walter Reed Naval Medical Hospital. Traffic. Donald Trump's probably dying, and so we can only hope for that." All excited about Donald Trump maybe dead.
Yeah.
God.
It'll happen soon, basically, is what he said.
One way or another, if it isn't this weekend, soon enough we'll get our glory if he dies. I mean, it's, again, another false valor guy.
What do they think is going to happen if something happens to Trump? That the rest of us,
you think
200 million, you're going to lay down and just let him roll over us?
Yeah, I don't think so.
We're the ones with all the guns.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
I mean, come on. They're just playing around.
I got plenty for a lot of it. 412, Kimmer, Peyton, Flounder. Holy crap, it's sports is coming up here. And I'm going to stop watching. If the Braves are going to extra innings, I'm not going to watch. I'm just not going to watch. Sorry.
It's your fault.
It's my fault. You did it. I know I try. I said, this will help them. Showing it. Yeah, I'm right. Anyway, all right. Kimmer, Peyton, Flounder. Holy crap, it's sports.
Just like it helped the Cubs in '84.
I hit the home run, but it didn't help them in batting practice after all.
Not in San Diego, it didn't.
My life.
The Extra 106.3 app is your live connection to the station, streaming free across Georgia. But it's also loaded with all our original shows and podcasts. Listen to exclusive shows from Janelle King, Ben Burnett, and so many more. Grab the Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
I had a lot of fun putting some more pictures on the internet, sending to my family, my wife and kids in Colorado, and things I keep in my safe. And if you don't have a safe to keep your stuff safe, Atlanta Safe House has one just for you. There's always some kind of special deal going on and rebates and sales and all this kind of stuff. With their safes, they have Browning and Fort Knox and American Security. And again, no sales tax on any gun safes. And boy, they got gun safes and pistol safes, all shapes and sizes. And in fact, I think the first gun safe I bought decades ago was a Browning. They have shelving units inside those gun safes. They have sections for bows and arrows, file organizers, jewelry drawers. I mean, you can do anything you want on the inside. In fact, if you're up in Akron, they have a showroom on Industrial Boulevard, and they can show you almost 200 of them right there, ready to go. And by the way, they use only off-duty firefighters and police and military folks, because you can trust them in your home or office. Tell them the Kimmer sent you when you check them out. Again, keep your medical records and your living will and things that are really important to your family and you, real estate, stuff like that, lawsuit information, divorce and marriage certificates. It's all ready to keep safe and sound, protecting your rights and your stuff. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
This is Bruce Hagan. The law in Georgia has changed, and if you have been injured in a car crash, it's going to be harder than ever to get insurance companies to treat you fairly. What you need is a real lawyer on your side, not some phony TV or billboard lawyer who doesn't even know how to get to the courthouse. I've been a Georgia super lawyer for 20 straight years, and we try cases and we win. We get results for our clients. Call me, get in touch, hagan-law.com. We are real lawyers who will win your personal injury case.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I'm looking for a reliable vehicle, something for the family, but also for my daughter who's going to be driving soon. Why should I call you?
The main thing is you get to see it's a full transparency sale. What I like to do is show you the whole gamut, show you everything that's out there and everything that's available. I can get any make, any year, any model.
Financing. If I need to use it, what can you offer?
We have some of the best banks available, and we got rates starting at 4.99 from a 23 model and above. It could be a 14 model. We still have banks that will do all the financing for you at good rates, and they're primary banks. If you have credit issues, we still have banks that can accommodate those issues as well.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your wardrobe, even your lawn. So why not upgrade the part of your home that actually protects your family? Southern Exteriors specializes in roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and they're making it easier than ever before with 10% off any job or 12 months of 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I know the folks at Southern Exteriors. They show up, they do it right, and they stand behind their work. Call them today, 877-9-SOUTHERN, or visit southernexteriors.co.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion? That's billion with a B? Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
That was on this day in 1978 when Gloria Milagrosa Fajaro married an Anfuego Cubano named Emilio Esteban and became Gloria Esteban. It's their 47th wedding anniversary today. And now RBM of Atlanta, Holy Crap in Sports, and Pete Davis.
Well, in case you were focused on college football this Labor Day weekend, you could be excused of not paying much attention to the Braves games, which was a good decision. After dropping 3 out of 4 in Philly, they blew a 6-1 lead in Wrigley Field yesterday afternoon and lose 7-6 in 10 innings. Spencer Strider, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, but Pierce Johnson, his third blown save. John Brebbia took the loss. Michael Harris says 4 RBIs were for naught. Cubs catcher Carson Kelly clobbered. Get that?
Yeah,
Cubs catcher Carson Kelly clobbered the Braves with a game-tying 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th, then the game-winning hit in the bottom of the 10th. Tonight, the 5-4 Joey Wentz for Atlanta against the 8-6 lefty Shota Imanaga for the Cubbies. Ronald Acuna Jr. is leading off. Now, hoping to shore up their uncertain middle field situation for the infield for next season, the Braves have claimed Ha-Seong Kim off waivers from Tampa Bay.
I don't know anything about it.
29-year-old Kim played shortstop, second base, owed roughly $2 million for the remainder of this season, another $16 million next year if he exercises his player option. It's up to him.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. He's been on the IL with lower back inflammation since August 21st. He's expected to join the team today. Not only that, he's starting tonight.
Wow.
With Ozzie Albies having his worst offensive season, Nick Allen not able to hit a major league pitching despite a gold glove level defense, Kim could start at shortstop and is tonight. A right-handed hitter who can also play third. Kim established himself as a premium defender at short and a fan favorite with the Padres, and he's batting 6th tonight. Could be your starting shortstop next year. We'll see. Falcons head coach Raheem Morris has receiver Darnell Mooney listed as day-to-day going into week 1 this Sunday against the Buccaneers. I'm sure you'll be at the game there on the sidelines.
Yes, I am.
Jalen Walker listed as on track to play this weekend. Don't know what that means. And Elijah Wilkinson replaces the injured Caleb McGarry at right tackle to protect Michael Penix Jr.'s blind side. The season hinges on whether he can do that, in my opinion. The Saints hired former Falcons GM Thomas Dimitroff, led the Falcons to 2008 to 2020. Guys, he was here for 12 years. Doesn't seem like that long.
Wow.
SI.com has the Falcons ranked 22nd out of 32 teams.
Oh, boy.
Right behind the Patriots and right ahead of the Colts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The Patriots.
He's fired. If they're 8-8 this year, if he's fired, Raheem.
Don't we have enough stars? I mean, we should be better than this.
Should be better than that. And then this division is Tampa Bay, and that's it. That's just my opinion. Bill Belichick's debut as a college football head coach, about as successful as Kamala's presidential campaign. The Tar Heels, do they even talk? I mean, you got to ask yourself, what happens when he gets in the car with Jordan Hudson afterwards? Peter Burns of ESPN says, who controls the music in the car? Does she tell him what went wrong during the game? Do you see her face they were showing? She was not happy.
No.
They lose 48-14 at home, the Heels do. Gave up the most points ever in a season-opening game for the Tar Heels.
Wow.
Yeah. This after going ahead 7-0.
Yeah.
UNC backup quarterback Max Johnson, 24 years old. It's pretty old for a college quarterback.
Wow.
But the same age as Bill's gold digger girlfriend. Yeah.
And that name.
What name?
They're registering the name Gold Digger.
Gold Digger. Well, they're trying to. Trademark it.
Yeah, trademark it.
Good luck with that.
I don't know how you can do that. It's a common phrase. It'd be like registering Kleenex or something.
I know. North Carolina has a show about their season on Hulu. After the win, the Horned Frogs tweeted, when does episode 1 come out? This just in. Jordan Hudson has entered the transfer portal. There's another fat 70-year-old coach out there. She could.
Why is he so fat? My God, I couldn't believe how fat he is. Make an effort. How could you not at least try
He's already got her.
to be a big fat load for your hot girlfriend? My God, she's 24 and you're a big fat pig. It's just
Let's don't say the phrase big hot load.
Jeez.
Let's don't do that. Phrasing.
Thank you.
There's a new AP #1 after the Longhorns did what they normally do, come up short in a big game. I warned everyone last week. I said, do not bet on the Texas. They always do this. Since Vince Young left, they always blow the big games.
Is the ranking out?
I'll tell you right now. Do you want to know?
Let me guess. Can I guess?
Yes, you can guess.
All right, I was thinking over the weekend, since Texas really embarrassed itself, and they were number 1, and they lost badly, they have to drop down to like 8 or 9, don't they?
Higher than that.
Higher than? No.
Yes, they're higher. The AP poll. I don't know what the coaches. I like the coaches poll better because it's got Ole Miss at 14. But anyway.
Well, see, that's where I would have put them.
Texas is 7th.
Well, okay, but no,
they don't belong.
They should belong in that. They could be out of the top 10 for what they showed.
Yep. Still waiting for all the Arch Manning as the number 1 pick in the draft people to show how they've come to that conclusion outside of high school film.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Missed those 2 passes weren't even close.
It was a worm burner.
Oh.
Yeah. See, in baseball, you can bounce at the first base.
Yeah,
it doesn't work in football.
No, it's
so here's the full AP top 25 are the ones that we care about.
Okay.
Number 1 is?
Ohio State.
Ohio State. Even Michigan people are saying they're the best team right now.
Absolutely.
Either Arch Manning is that unprepared or their defense is legit.
They look good. They look serious.
Penn State's number 2, always overrated. Always overrated.
I think so too.
LSU is 3rd. Georgia's 4th.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hard to tell against that competition whether they should move up or down on that.
Marshall, most of the Marshall guys went to Southern Miss. Yeah, they'd move with their coach. Yeah. Miami's number 5, and what's his face? Carson Beck.
What a
nobody likes him, but he played well.
I'll tell you what, pretty impressive, and pretty impressive way he handled himself too with interviews and stuff. I will say that.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Yeah, it was shocking.
Number 6 is Oregon, bless you. Number 7, Texas. Then you got Clemson, Notre Dame, and South Carolina rounding out the top 10. I think the Gamecocks may be a little high, but we'll find out. You got Florida at 13. Some, what is this, a community college? Arizona State?
Now, just a minute, sir.
Is 12th. They're playing in Starkville this weekend. And so they had 4 people walking around ringing cowbells during practice out in Tempe. That's not going to be what it sounds like in Starkville. Of course, it's not going to matter. They're going to kill them anyway. But Florida State is 14th. Of course, had the upset of Alabama.
Yeah.
Let's see. You got Oklahoma's 18, Texas A&M 19, Ole Miss is 20, so they move up 1 after beating a powerhouse Georgia State. Alabama is 21. That's the lowest they've been in 17 years. 17 years, I'm telling you.
17 years. 17 years.
17 years. Tennessee is 22, and Utah rounds out the top 25. Wow. Others receiving votes but not getting in: Auburn, Georgia Tech, Texas Christian, Missouri, South Florida, Duke, and Navy.
Georgia Tech played a pretty good ball
Went out to Colorado and came from behind.
That was a pretty impressive performance by that guy King, I'll tell you what.
Haynes King? That's right. FSU freshman linebacker Ethan Pritchard Sunday night shot in Havana, Florida. He's in critical but stable condition at a Tallahassee hospital. Pritchard shot in a car while visiting family. He did not play in the Seminole season opening upset at win at home over the Crimson Tide. Meanwhile, Florida State fined $50,000 American dollars by the ACC for fans rushing the field. It's the 11th straight time a team's fans have run onto the field after beating Bama. When did this become, or does this become commonplace enough to the point where people go, that's not worth it?
No.
In fact, it'd be more humiliating for Alabama the next time someone beats them to say, you're not worth rushing the field.
Just go home.
I don't know. We'll see. Kellen DeBoer is on the hot seat. Massive on the hot
absolutely.
seat. The Hurricanes went at home in a close one over the Fighting Irish Sunday night. Before the game, Notre Dame put out their availability list. Comedian Shane Gillis, a big Irish fan, listed as out. The reason? He's tailgating.
Oh, what?
They put that on the official line. Shane Gillis out tailgating. George Raveling, Hall of Fame basketball coach who played a role in Michael Jordan signing that landmark endorsement deal with Nike, has passed away at 88. Raveling's family says he faced cancer with courage and grace. Raveling, inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2015, had a winning record at Washington State, Iowa, and USC, Southern Cal. Marlon Wayans portrayed Raveling in the 2023 movie Air, which focused on Nike's courtship with Jordan. Not a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck playing Phil Knight. Raveling also owned the original copy of the I Have a Dream speech by Martin Luther King Jr. He was working security at the 1963 March on Washington, and afterwards, when King was walking out, said, "Sir, can I have that?" And the Reverend handed it to him.
I'll be darned.
Kept it until 2021, donated it to his alma mater, Villanova.
Wow, that's an incredible story.
Imagine having it and making sure no one stole it or nothing happened to it.
Wow.
Well,
I can't believe that the King children, Dexter and Marty, didn't try to extort the guy and claim that he stole it and they should get $17 million for it. Sorry.
Allegedly.
Literally my ass.
Don't know if you saw this, but Polish CEO Piotr Sierzik apologizing for childlessly snatching a hat away from a young boy. What a slime.
Man.
During the U.S. Open tennis tournament last week, player Kamil, I believe it's Mike Czech, was handing it to the child when the grown-ass man grabbed it away and quickly stuffed it into a woman's bag. Yeah. Both he and the woman laughing, so proud of their actions. Well, social media can be a force for good.
Oh, boy.
And Piotr was quickly found.
Yeah.
The boy got to meet the player and has a new autographed hat, and Piotr is still cleaning up the PR mess. He's the CEO of a company doing that.
Yeah, he said, it was embarrassing, it was stupid, it was horrible, it was a bad decision, and I'm embarrassing me. Yeah, well, good. Get what's coming to you.
Yeah.
That was brazen and right. I mean, who didn't know that would be a thing?
Yeah.
How could you grab something from a kid and put it in a bag?
He's the CEO. He'll get away with it.
Unbelievable.
Just like that guy cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
I guess you got to rise to be a CEO. You got to be a complete doucheball or something. Who would do that in this day and age? Knowing there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
What?
It's bag, douchebag.
Oh, douchebag.
What did I say?
Doucheball.
Okay.
I was changing it up a little bit. Mr. Grammar.
The man's married. You know, the man's married.
He's used to being corrected, so he likes to pass it on when he gets to work. Dear, that's not how we say that in this house.
Right again, my angel.
Has she got certain phrases and words you can't say in the house?
She's not a big fan of GD.
Me either.
Well,
I've never liked that.
She does not like GD.
I've never liked the N-word. I've never liked GD.
Obviously, the N-word is...
If it ever starts to slip out, I immediately apologize. I
immediately say, Lord, forgive me when I do it. And it comes out when I hit my toe against something.
I'm so sorry.
Or I look at you and you're doing something dumb and I'm going, she's doing it again.
I'm watching the guy.
Former Hawks guard Dennis Schroeder, the victim of monkey noises during a game between his German team and the Lithuanian team. They were playing in Finland.
No, please.
One fan was booted out of the arena. Schroeder, who is black, of course, plays for the Sacramento Kings now, had 26 points for his national team, and they won. But somewhere, some Finnish guy decided that he wasn't going to finish watching the game in the arena. See what I did there. Finish.
Well, hold everything. 5:29. I got a couple of sports birthdays here for you, there, Peter. Lennox Lewis, the boxing Hall of Famer.
British.
Lennox Lewis is 60. Eric Dickerson, the goggle-wearing football Hall of Famer. Eric Dickerson, 65.
Upright runner.
Jimmy, big knee pumping stuff, upright, straight. It's very rare. Jimmy Connors, 73, tennis Hall of Famer. And Hall of Famer football, Terry Bradshaw, 77. Had that series Better Late Than Never with William Shatner, Henry Winkler, and George Foreman for a while. But anyway, Terry Bradshaw, 77.
Underrated.
Yeah. Timber, Pete, and Flounder, and how's your Tuesday at 5:30 on 106.3? How's it going?
XTRA 106.3 is Atlanta's home for NASCAR, and we have live races every weekend from across the country. Check out XTRA1063.com for the full schedule and join us this weekend for live NASCAR action.
You know, Peach State Windows, I brag about them also doing siding. I'm a Hardy Plank fan, but Peach State Windows, they're doing your windows as well with the vinyl windows, double hung, energy efficient stuff. But also, I forgot to mention earlier, you know, they can give your deck a safety inspection, and you may not know the codes and zoning laws in various counties in Georgia have changed. Your deck may not meet safety standards. I'm not trying to scare you, but really this is serious, and I can tell you from personal experience, it's an issue. They can check that for you. The decks, your siding, roofs, check your door too. PeachStateWindows.com.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Atlanta without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Atlanta for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64000. Atlanta is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Atlanta and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
Hey, Braves fans. Some things just get better with time, like your love for the Braves and banking with Truist One Checking. It's checking for life, offering everyday essentials like no overdraft fees and a tap-to-pay debit card, and great extras you'll appreciate season after season, like automatic upgrades as your balances grow. Be ready every inning with Truist One Checking. It's life-ready checking that grows with you. Get Truist One Checking today. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Don't believe this nonsense you see on TV commercials about how uncomfortable a CPAP mask is. Take it from me. You wear one, especially the nasal pillow I use, for one night, and you will fight anybody that tries to take it away from you. But if they do take it away from you, you can get more at cpapsetcetera.com, cpapsetc.com, with a store in Alpharetta, same-day shipping. To your health, cpapsetc.com.
Convenience is defined as the state of being able to proceed with something with little effort or difficulty. At RBM of Atlanta, we embody this definition. Convenience is our middle name. With back to school in full swing and after-school activities taking over all your available time, now more than ever, convenience is a must-have. Meet our Mercedes-Benz pickup and delivery service. It gives you back time and money. Does your Mercedes-Benz need service? If so, we'll pick up your vehicle that's requiring service from your home or office and bring it back to our dealership for those services. Once the services have been complete, we'll bring your Mercedes-Benz back to you. With over 110 appointments available every weekday, over 50 appointments on Saturdays, and more than 200 courtesy vehicles in our fleet, we're here to serve. RBM of Atlanta is a J.D. Power 2025 Diamond Dealer of Excellence for the customer sales experience. We're proud to be Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz connection since 1964. Pickup and delivery service restrictions do apply. Ask your service coordinator or service advisor at RBM of Atlanta for details.
The Morning Extra, starting your day the right way. Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
Gerrymandering exists because the Democrats.
And now, all of a sudden, the Republicans go, okay, we're going to fight fire with fire.
So, okay, fine. You want to do that? We'll do it too. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. You can't do that.
Can't.
When we play baseball, we play with 4 strikes. You play with 3.
That's right. And we're going to hold you to that.
You can't play by our rules. There are rules.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is XTRA 106.3.
It's the Doors. In 1965, the Doors recorded their first demos in L.A. They were at the World Pacific Jazz Studios. The Doors recorded 6 Jim Morrison songs. On this day, 1965, their first demos on this day, cut. Huge. Never got into it for some reason. I don't know why. I have no idea. I'm sure it's me. I'm wrong in every way. I'm just...
drugs.
Could be drugs.
You didn't take enough drugs.
I didn't take any drug. I never did drug. I never did drugs in the Marines.
Of course.
The first time I did drugs was when I was a graduate assistant and teacher on scholarships, and I taught a class at graduate school. And at the end of the year, my advisor guy, the doctor, had the graduate assistant students who were teaching courses into his house and brought out some marijuana.
What's this, Animal House? Donald Sutherland?
I swear to God, it was exactly that. And I didn't smoke. I was a goody two-shoes. And so I started smoking this freaking weed. And all of a sudden, all I knew is I wanted to go to Waffle House and get some food, which we did at 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's the best.
Giggling like an idiot. And I'm hungry. And that was my first experience with weed.
So you want a pecan waffle?
Of course. Reminds me of Blazing Saddles when Bart the sheriff is talking to what's his name, the gunfighter, the Cisco Kid or the Crisco Kid or
the Waco
Waco kid.
Is it the Waco kid?
Yeah, and the Waco kid, and he's saying he's got a marijuana. What do they call him? A joint? Is that what they call him? I'm not sure. He had this marijuana. Doobie, here in the marijuana cigarette, and so he's saying, and I'll put the part while he's showing here. He says, "Well, Sheriff Bart, I really have one question. When are we going to be able to find something for that?" Anyway, I don't know. I got that thing. Come on. Did I give birthdays? No, I didn't. I've got a really cool birthday here. It's kind of a half sports birthday to Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon is 74 years old. His wife is Pam Dauber.
Really? From Mindy?
Mork and Mindy.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I either knew it or forgot it. I don't. Pam Dauber married to Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon, 74. He played Leroy something on NCIS. He is the son of Tom Harmon, the Heisman Trophy winner.
Wheaties cover.
Michigan, a football star. And didn't he coach at Oklahoma or... Where did Mark?
I don't know.
Tom Harmon. Didn't he coach?
Tom Harmon played quarterback for the Bruins, UCLA.
Really?
I remember watching him play.
Mark Harmon went to a smaller college and played running back and a couple.
No, Mark was quarterback at UCLA.
No, wait a minute. Now he played running back and a receiver and quarterback at a small school, and then went to UCLA and played quarterback, and he also played running back.
Huh.
Which was surprising.
Well, his dad was a running back, I believe.
His dad was a running back, yeah. Tom Harmon, Heisman Trophy winner. And Mark Harmon, 74. And he was on the same team with Randy Cross. Playing
UCLA?
UCLA.
I didn't know Randy went to UCLA.
Yep.
Former co-worker of ours.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, that's what they say. Now, Randy Cross may have been a transfer or something, but I didn't know that he went to UCLA. I don't remember that, but I actually looked this up in the Bible.
I just think of him as a 49er, basically.
Yeah,
Randy.
that's all.
Yeah.
And isn't he a Hall of Famer? A hell of a guard. I mean,
yeah, he was a great player.
Was he a center or a guard, I think? Right guard.
I don't remember.
Anyway, and
good broadcaster, too.
Yep. And a quick note on history here. And we got a special live entertainment coming up before this. Not live anymore, but we're live, so this thing. On this day in 1901, expressing his desire for a strong foreign policy, U.S. Vice President Theodore Roosevelt makes his famous proclamation, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." Roosevelt would later become president 2 weeks later after the assassination of President McKinley. So at age 42, this made Roosevelt the youngest American president. John Kennedy was 43 years old when he became president, making Kennedy the youngest person elected U.S. president, but Teddy Roosevelt was the youngest American president ever at age 42. There you are. Bing, bang.
Something to tell the Democrats. If something had happened to Donald Trump, like they were hoping for this weekend, J.D. Vance is president until 2028.
And it doesn't count.
And then he could run in 2028 to 32, and then he could run again from 32 to 36, and he could run again from 36 to 40. That's because you can run 2 more times after you finish a term.
Well, I believe the Constitution says 12 years.
Well, what, you have to stop after 12 years?
Wait a minute. No, I remember. No, that's not right. It was. Oh God, I forgot this. There's a specific number of years that you can serve after a full election, I think. But it's supposed to. Well, LBJ could have run again.
Yes, he could have.
For example, because he had been
68.
So there's a time period where you could run actually a third presidency.
But LBJ came on in the last year.
Yeah, right, 63. So we got shot. Anyway, 540, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Flounder, we have a little something here for little boys and girls of import or something.
And in between?
To make them feel better. The tweenies are good. Tweenies. Don't forget the twinks.
The twinks?
The tween. And now, another edition of Not the Kimmers, Rainy Day Bad Text Theater Playhouse, where we endeavor to bring a teeny little bit of sunshine into the otherwise dreary and miserable lives of you, the little people. Today's episode, see, there's a lazy dog and a quick brown fox. Well, never mind, wait a minute. The scene, the den of Mr. and Mrs. America in Everyville, USA. The husband is sitting on the couch, beverage in one hand, his other hand testing the flexibility status of his boxers. He's watching the ball game and seems content until the wife enters the picture.
You need to do more chores around the house.
The husband grunts and then says,
Again with the chores. Can we change the subject?
Okay, more chores around the house need to be done by you.
See what you did there? See what you did there? And see. Change the subject of the grammatical context of the syntax. Oh, God. Oh, you see the dangling participle and the participial phrase of the split infinitive. It's just incredible dexterity of the literature. It's a tremendous. PJ, it's a tremendous accomplishment. It's a 14 on the fan. It broke the meter. The YouTubers broke the meter. It's just really it's our pleasure to bring you this little teeny ray of joy at another edition of Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Theater Bad Tex Theater Playhouse, where we endeavor to make it a little bit easier for you to make it through the day on 106.3. Well done, sir.
All right.
So much.
22nd Amendment states that no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. That means you can win the presidency at most 2 times. Special case taking over midterm. If you are a vice president or another successor who takes over after a president leaves office, the rule depends on how long you have served.
Right.
If you have served more than 2 years of a previous president's term, you can only be elected once more. If you serve less than 2 years, you can still run being elected 2 more times.
That's 10 years. I thought it was
so max is.
So he could have run 2 more times if something had happened this weekend like the Democrats were hoping.
Yes.
No, because there's more than 2 years left on Vance's term. If Donald Trump's dead,
He's trying to sneak it in there.
No, Vance has
Technically, you can only be president for 10 years at the max.
10 years. 10 years max.
Yeah.
So, but either way, I mean, and then, with Rubio, honestly, now maybe Rubio wouldn't want to, well, I don't know. Who knows? I mean,
we don't know what's going to happen.
No, God, it's so far down the line. I mean, we're lucky on this one. Anyway, by the way, I don't know whether you heard about this. This is freaking hysterical. And we're going to play that little boy soundbite here in a minute there, Flounder, if you don't mind. And we may do that little skanky chicken head again, too, just for the hell of it. Donald Trump is hinting that he now has a brand new presidential wall of fame, and he's hinting that he's going to troll Joe Slimebag President, the child molester, with a portrait of Joe Biden with his auto pen. And he's going to put a photograph or a painting of Joe Biden with his auto pen in the Presidential Wall of Fame gallery. He talked to the Daily Caller, said, yeah, some picture, we'll do it black and white. I'm not using the one, he did kind of a mock-up of it. They didn't publish a photo where we can see what it looks like, but he said, Donald Trump says it's going to be very controversial. He's tens of thousands of documents turned over by the National Archives with a focus on communications and how Joe Biden directed or didn't direct the use of the auto pen. And one more thing, Donald Trump says, he didn't win the race. He lost badly. He was a horrible president. But can you imagine? He says he has stage 9 cancer. That was 2 or 3 months ago? Stage 9? I've never heard of more than stage 4. Stage 4 is the highest. Stage 4, you're dead. Stage 9? There's no stage 9. Idiots. By the way, for the Airbnb boss, Joe Gebbia, is a billionaire. And he just came out on a podcast and some interviews saying that he dumped the Democrats and started backing Donald Trump after a couple things happened. One, he says the border crisis is out of control. He says, I remember looking at the lack of immigration enforcement under Biden, rather. He says, I remember saying, holy cow, this is crazy. It's not right. The real problem here, there's no reason why we shouldn't be enforcing the laws and close the border. And then he said, well, when Robert F. Kennedy and Elon Musk, 2 screaming Democrat, non-conservative liberal type people, are both on board with Donald Trump for doing the right thing for the country, he says, this is just a good path to take. So even the Airbnb billionaire boss dumped the Democrats over the border crisis and the fact that he's doing the right thing. I mean, this is another good sign. Anyway, coming up, that little boy who said his classmates saved him by jumping on him during the gunfire needs more help. And he damn near got killed. Coming up next, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 546 on 106.3. Happy Tuesday. Join us if you like to. Look forward to it. Running out of time.
Start your day with Tug and Los on the Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Then it's Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck at noon, and the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. And hang out every night for Jesse Kelly at 6 and Jimmy Fela at 9. And stream it all live in crystal clear HD on the XTRA 106.3 app.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know a lot of our listeners, they've heard about the big, beautiful bill, but they might not fully understand all 900 pages of it. So what are some of the most important things folks need to know when it comes to taxes as they approach their retirement?
Oh, Kevin, I imagine the politicians don't know what half of that 900-page document was about. But as it pertains to financial planning, there's some major tax changes. Things like no tax on tips, some big deductions and changes to the way we pay taxes on Social Security. There's also some big changes to the way we're actually allowed to do SALT and other deductions to minimize what we pay from a tax perspective. But your CPA has got to be aware and got to be planning for that. So we've got to get to work on that.
I know it's 900 plus pages, Evan, but ultimately it's probably not what everyone had on their summer reading list. But ultimately, we know tax implications, they can really derail a retirement plan when all's said and done, can't they?
Well, 100%. I mean, think of it this way. If you make $1, but then you got to give half of it or more to Uncle Sam, and trust me, between capital gains taxes, taxes on your Social Security, taxes on your ordinary income and dividend and interest income, you're going to be giving a huge chunk to Uncle Sam unless we do some proper planning. And with that, we can minimize, in some cases, completely eliminate the taxes that you're paying.
A new tax plan can mean new tax strategies. And if you'd like to learn more, give Atlas Retirement a call today and let them put together a complimentary tax map just for you with absolutely no obligation. Give them a call today, 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799 or online at atlasretirement.net. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Looking to buy a firearm for home defense or personal safety? Start with True Prep, a locally owned store dedicated to education and safety. Right now, get 20% off all used guns and gear, excluding consignments, through August 31st. And if you have a firearm you're ready to sell, we buy used guns too. No pressure, just great deals and expert guidance. Visit TruePrep.com. That's TRU Prep.com to get started. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow at True Prep. Come see us at 1000 Cobb Parkway in Marietta.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Okay, you're driving along. Suddenly you hear that horrible sound of metal and crunching. It's an accident. Even if it's a little minor fender bender, man, that could be a nightmare. First, obviously, take care of yourself. But before you make a deal with an insurance company or anybody else, call David Van Sant with Van Sant Law. You know why? Because he used to work for the insurance company, so he knows how to get the right settlement and right away. Van Sant Law. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Protecting your interests. Insurance is great, but it's complicated. 855-GA-INJURY or vansantlaw.com.
My name is
Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on terror. Veterans bring excellence through our work ethic, skills, and civic duty. However, transitioning to civilian life can be difficult, as we all share a loss of purpose when leaving the military. Returning veterans have earned and deserve our support so they can thrive on their journey home. The Warrior Alliance understands the challenge and is helping warriors navigate to success after service. Join us in changing thousands of lives for the better. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
It's the old Beatles, the real Beatles. And you'll find, yeah. 1964. It was a tour of America. The Beatles appeared at the Convention Hall, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Days before the concert, Philadelphia experienced race riots. The Beatles, who were civil rights supporters, were shocked to see their audience of 13,000 people was completely white. Well, it was the Beatles. That's back. Motown was getting a start, too. Anyway, let's see. On this day in 1986, Kathy Evelyn Smith was sentenced to 3 years in prison for killing John Belushi, giving him a drug overdose, a speedball. And a salute to Backstreet Boy Brian Littrell, the non-threatening one, it says here. On this day in 2000, he married his longtime girlfriend. Today's their 25th wedding anniversary.
2 minutes to go. You got to hit the Flounders Funny. With 2 minutes to go. It's 2 minutes long.
Okay. All right. I got you covered. Let's do this. Remember that little boy, the Minneapolis church shooting, that little boy, fifth grader Weston Halsney, 10-year-old survivor. Remember he told this story when he was doing an interview with a reporter. The reporter noticed you got something on your neck. He apparently got hit with shrapnel. Here's that little boy, and then we'll tell you the update today on what he's facing now. Flounder, if you will.
My friend Victor, he was laying on top of me, making sure I was safe, and he got hit. So that was really brave of him.
During the interview, Weston showed a mark on his neck.
I don't even know what it's from. Kind of looks like debris or something.
It was shrapnel. He got shot, and guess what? He thought he escaped physically unscathed. Doctors now discovered he almost died. He'll need surgery to remove a bullet fragment lodged in his neck, dangerously close to the carotid artery. The doctor said if it had gone any further, he would have died. A near miss, a doctor called a miracle. He was sitting 2 seats away from the end of the pew. Feet from the stained glass windows, bullets started flying, and his little friend jumped on top of him. And he's going to be okay, but they're doing a GoFundMe to raise money for taking care of him and the psychological effect. And, I mean, what a time.
He seems to be handling it amazingly.
What an amazing little kid. I mean, he seems so...
He's tougher than the average Minnesotan man.
Boy, you're not kidding. Let's see, 5:55, Cameron Pete and Flounder. Graham Greene died. The actor, 73, Oscar-nominated Dances with Wolves star. He played the Kicking Bird in the Kevin Costner epic. He passed away in Toronto. He was 73. Graham Greene, one of the Oneida First Nation and Canadian descent Indian, born on the Six Nations Reserve in Ontario. He was a welder, a draftsman, and a steel worker, and then took up acting. He was in the 1983 movie Running Brave, Dances with Wolves as the Sioux medicine man Kicking Bird. He was thrown from a horse during production and joked he wanted to get payback on the animal rather than take a break from filming. Anyway, he had a hard time learning how to speak the Lakota language, saying I couldn't figure out how they put it together. The structure is totally different from English or French or anything. Anyway, Graham Greene passed away.
Longmire. He was in several shows. Yeah.
Let's see. A couple quick things here. House of Cards. Here we go again. You freaking. I'm glad you're leaving. House of Cards actress joins Hollywood exodus from America. Golden Globe winner Robin Wright. Not only House of Cards, but also Forrest Gump. She was the star in that, too, right? When that blonde girl, his girlfriend, and Robin Wright in Forrest Gump. Anyway, she now says she's gone. She lives in Britain. She loves Britain. She loves the people. She fled America over the weekend. Said America's a blank show, starting with S. I love being in this country, Britain. There's a freedom of self here. People are so kind. They're living not in the car in traffic, panicked on the phone, eating a sandwich. Most of America, everything's rush, competition. competition and speed. She loved it's liberating to be done, searching, looking, getting 60%. Pete Davis, tell the little people what you just found, and we're going to talk a lot more about this tomorrow.
They literally just arrested
Want to go to Britain, to live in Britain. Here you go.
A comedian, the guy who did Father Ted series. You know, he put that together like Vince Gilligan put Breaking Bad together.
Yeah.
And he said something about trannies, and he retweeted it here in America, wherever he was.
Yeah.
He landed
a tweet.
Landed at Heathrow Airport. 5 armed police arrested him. 5 armed police met him at the airport. It's a totalitarian state in Great Britain. You can be arrested there if you say something about them here.
Right.
If you land there. Well, you limeys, come over here and try and arrest us here.
Remember the Prime Minister or the Mayor of London, one of those said, if an American makes a comment about the British, they want to try to arrest Americans.
The police chief, the Metropolitan Police said that if you say something up there, we can come get you.
Yeah,
I said, come on.
Yeah, please
I'll give you my address.
Yeah, it's 1039. Oh, sorry.
And there's places they'll never find you.
Yeah, I know. Phone is funny. One more shot. Here you go. What do you got there?
Name should line.
Who's that, Flounder?
Mr. John Crist.
Oh, that's
Very
right.
funny man.
Very, very busy fellow. Well, boys, tomorrow's hump day. We missed one day of the week, so tomorrow will be
Already
hump day.
there.
There you go. Anyway, gang, have a good one. Christine, see me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out. Herb, stand by.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station.